Yeah.
Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, GMS Charlotte, GMS Tampa Bay. Got the brother Mayan with us. GMS Tampa Bay. All right. We're back at you with, through the spirit of power. Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Before we get started, we want to say, Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David is pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. Shalom. All right? Hey, we're back at you with another lesson, man. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is making everything clear that this shit is about to end, man.
Right.
All right? Everything is ending in this place, man. All right? The spirit of closure is in the air. All right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai is finalizing America, man. All right? So we're going to get into the scriptures, Lord willing, this can't be edifying, man. And we prophesying into the wind to edify the body, the church, and the elect, man.
Right.
All right? So give me that Second Chronicles.
Real quick, I got a quick precept.
Go ahead, bro.
Start going into the end. This is Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Yeah, the end is manifest, man. Everything has a beginning and an end, man. All right, the end is manifest, which are part of the signs, man. The Lord gave us the signs to see. All right, these are the things that determine that this place is about to be taken out.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
This is Second Chronicles chapter 32, verse 15. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place.
Right, so the Lord sent messengers, man. All right, which are the prophets, the watchmen. It said rising up early, betimes, man. Okay, to give you the warning of what's about to come, man. Okay, go ahead.
But they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets.
Right. They mocked the messengers, man. Despised his words, misused the prophets, man, because 2/3, all right, they're misusing their grace, man. Really? Okay, because here it is. This is the time for you to repent, to get right, man. All right, to work out your salvation as an election sure, as the scripture say, man.
Right.
But Jake lollygag your pussyfoot, man. They don't see that this shit about to hit the fan, man. Okay, go ahead, Doc.
I got a quick precept.
Yep.
This is Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 11. Got it?
The second Ezra 9 and 9. It says, Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
And real quick about they say this. One of the ways that a good example of how they misused the prophets, all right, what did Israel tell the prophets, man? They told the prophets to preach unto us smooth things, all right? Hey, man, they didn't want to hear the reality of things, man. All right, Israel just wanted to be buttered up, man, like a fat turkey, okay? And that's how they were misusing the prophets, man. They didn't want to hear what was really going to happen to them, man, for being the niggas and degenerates that they were.
So that's just going to make it worse on them whenever judgment comes down on them, man.
That's right.
It says, For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
So it said about the benefits, man. The Lord stretching out his hand to feed you spiritually, right? To send his prophets out there, that's a benefit, man.
Right.
To be warned of what's going to come, man. Okay, that's a huge benefit that Israel has above all these other nations. And they misused it, man.
Right.
They were unappreciative of it. Okay?
Inside scoop, man. You know, the way to get protection from that, man. You people are just taking it as whatever, man. If it happens, it happens. But when that actually happens, man, you will be crying out to the Lord, and the Lord's not gonna hear your ass, man.
Like we just came out with the Foot Locker commercial, man. They pretty much just showed you the time of trouble, man. Jacob's trouble. All right, the time of affliction, the time of destruction that's going to take place all right, in Babylon, in America, in various parts of the earth, man.
Right.
All right, so the Lord is making this thing so plain that you ain't got no excuse. You ain't got no cloak for your sins, man. All right, because as I was saying in the lesson, only the devil will make mockery of his own destruction, man. Okay, showing you that the elites on the left-hand side that control Hollywood, you know, they know what's coming. Yahweh Shem Yahushua put the spirit on those directors to make these movies, these commercials depicting the end of the world, man. Okay, because prophecy will happen, man. All right, give me that. You have something? Go ahead.
Quick precept. This is Zephaniah 1:12. It says, "And it shall come to pass that at that time I will search Jerusalem with candles, and will punish the men that are settled on their leaves."
Right, that's another thing we're gonna get into, man. A lot of you false prophets out here, all right, that's improperly warning Israel. You getting ready to be found out, man.
Yeah.
All you niggas is talking about all the 12 tribes is black and all that stupid shit, man. You know, you fighting against the spirit, man.
Right.
You know,
And when you say that, you're denying the power of the Lord, man.
that's it.
You know, the Lord's gonna have brothers come from all different types of, nations, but they're Israelites, though, man.
God.
You try to say the Lord only dealing with so-called black? That's the blatant middle finger to the Lord, man. You know?
That's like saying that prophecy, doesn't exist.
Right.
It's all the prophecy that you didn't notice.
That's right.
The Lord said He was gonna make it work, and none of you was gonna believe. Roughly translated.
Yep.
Because if all nations or all the tribes of Israel were all black, and explain to you that Revelation 7 where it says of all kindreds, nations, and tongues.
Yep.
Like, explain that to me then.
Yep.
Break that down.
All right. That's right. Continuing back, this is Zephaniah 1:12. It says, "And it shall come to pass that at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled on their leaves,
Yep.
that say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua will not do good, neither will He do evil. Therefore," verse 13, "therefore their good shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof." So the Lord, He said He gonna get the men to settle upon their leaves, because we're supposed to be the watchmen.
Yeah.
We are the watchmen, lucky. So those that are settled on their leaves, they're not taking a watch over the flock. They're not feeding the sheep. They're not laboring to make their call of election sure.
That's right, brother.
So when the scriptures say that they say in their heart, the Lord will not do good or evil, there's people that live really that scripture, which is being neutral with the Most High.
Yeah.
Being neutral with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Lord told us that those that are lukewarm, He's going to spew you out of His mouth.
Right. You saying that the Lord's gonna do, He's not gonna do good or evil. You're pretty much saying that He's not gonna bring judgment, man.
Right.
All the wickedness that's going on, man. But scriptures, I got two right there. First one, this is Daniel 12:1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to come at the same time."
Right. So the Lord is telling you that the plagues, the terror, the judgment that He gonna bring upon this earth ain't never been seen in the world before, man. Showing you the anger of the Lord, man. The Lord is angry with this place, man. He has enmity with this world, man. So when He brings judgment, man, hey, it's gonna be epic, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Hey, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that is found in the book of life, man.
Right.
The ones that were written in the book of life, which goes to the elect, the 144,000 and that 1/3, man.
Right.
Okay? Those are who are going to be saved, man.
Right.
See?
But that shows you that the Lord is bringing judgment, man. A time that no man has seen. A time is going to be worse than 70 AD. It's going to be worse than slavery. It's going to be worse than the flood, man. It'll show you the anger of the Lord, man. And it's mostly for the Israelites, man. This is Jeremiah 30:7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it."
Right. You see that? Man, this devil got fucking drones. All right? He got robots that can shoot guns and shit. He got technology that can see through walls. All right? He got satellites that can fucking make a fire come from heaven. Come on, man.
They got super soldiers, man.
Come on, man. This devil is dealing with the power of Satan, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, "It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it."
Right, the elect, man. The elect are going to be saved out of these things, man. The ones that truly believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right, but you ones that bullshitted, all right, that didn't repent, that thought this was just entertainment. Okay, you gonna be caught out there, man. The Lord will put you to death.
That's right.
It's telling you, we just read. The same gonna know it after death by pain. So it's gonna be a gruesome death, man.
Right.
It's gonna be a gruesome time, man. You know? Because it's all, as you see, all over the world, man. It's turmoil going in almost every country, man. The world's on fire, man. People rebelling against the government, man. You know, people fighting against each other and everything, man. So even that's coming to America, man. You know, so everything that's happening worldwide, you actually gonna see on the shores, man. You know.
Beautiful, brother.
I got one more precept. This for the brother here. This is Ecclesiasticus 5:7, and it reads, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord,
Yep.
and put not off from day to day."
Right, and that scripture hits harder now, man. Yeah. As we get close to the close out of this thing, make no tarrying to come back to the Lord, man. Go ahead.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed,
Yep.
and perish in the day of vengeance.
Go ahead. You got it.
Hey, what the scriptures are saying, it's talking about the time of Jacob's trouble. That's that day of trouble. So those that are settled on their leaves once again, you know, that put off that the Lord is actually coming, that act as if prophecy is not being fulfilled and that we're not in the time of prophecy. And we just had proof this week come out and say that the U.S. dollar will collapse soon.
Come on.
He didn't just say it's going to happen. He said it's going to happen soon. But he didn't say nothing that the prophets of the Lord haven't already said already.
God.
He just confirming it.
He's just confirming
He's
it.
just confirming it, man.
Yep.
Let me add on to that. That's a great point. All right, brothers, I'm sharing this in the group text. All right, I did a lesson on it. All right, but you had the Army Chief of Staff in General. All right, it says here, because of Russian nuclear capabilities, they are the only country on earth that is capable to destroy the United States, man. All right, so this is a quote he said out of his own mouth, man. So these devils over here in America, they know that this is their end, man. All right. All these other nations' governments have surpassed them when it comes to nuclear technology, man. All right, so that's gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
Destruction is inevitable, man.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
So when the Lord Yahweh said his word will come back to his void, it's because the words that he's spoken before, now all these things are being executed. They have been being executed in the world over the last thousands of years.
God.
So now we're at the end of the executing of the last of the prophecies.
Yeah.
So all these things have happened. Did he say through Moses that Deuteronomy 28 was going to happen to the nation of Israel? It happened. Did he not say World War I and II was going to happen? In the book of Revelation, it happened. Everything one by one. So what's the likelihood that the things the Lord said that the elect will get beat up on the chariots and Babylon going to be destroyed? What's the likelihood that that's not going to happen and every damn thing else happens?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the question you got to ask
Come
yourself.
on, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, in the latter days you shall consider it perfectly.
That's
Man.
right.
You see that? What you had? You got something?
Amos 61. Woe to them that are at ease in Zion, and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nation, to whom the house of Israel came.
Yeah. Woe unto them that are at ease in Zion. Speaking about you Israelites, being at ease right here around on the four corners of the earth, like the brother was going into, that Jacob's all on the four corners of the earth, but even dealing a big portion of Jake being here. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans being at ease in this place. You know, settled on your leaves, thinking that this is going to continue to go on forever. Which, if you had any spiritual sense, you could see that Babylon is falling.
This shit is through out
This place is finished. There's no way to save Babylon. There's no way to resuscitate. There's no way to put life back into Babylon. You can't reinvigorate it. You can't make America great again. This place is done. It's finished. And if you feel that that's not so, then what you tell the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua is that everything he said is a lie. You calling him a liar because he said Babylon's gonna be destroyed. You know.
Real quick, if I may say this, you said the brother said that this place ain't gonna get any better. You know, you can't make America great. The Lord said that He was gonna destroy Babylon at noonday. You know, that's the highest peak of the sun. After that, it's nothing but straight coming down, man.
Damn.
Okay, so the brother's right, man.
Right.
And he also said it's only gonna take an hour.
Yeah, easy work.
He said one day in an hour.
One day and noonday in an hour.
Piece of fucking
Yeah.
cake.
Wow.
Yeah. Light work,
man.
man. Light work from the Lord. Woo. It's Isaiah 24:11. It says there's a crying for water in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
Right, and those are the indicators right there. Read that one more time.
Yep.
Isaiah 24:11. There is a cry for water in the streets.
Yep.
All the joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
Right. So like I said, those are the indicators showing us in the signs that the Lord is drying this place out, man. That's what we've been, and me and the brothers, we've been talking about that since the brother got up here, man.
God.
That America is dry, man. The holidays, the people, all the mirth, all the shit that made this place great is dead, man. People are broke as fuck. They don't have the money to go out and hang out and go out to eat and all of that stuff. You see that? We're coming up on these holiday seasons. People can't already afford to travel. They can't afford to get gifts for the holidays and all of that shit. So
Can't even afford to go on vacation.
can't even afford to go on vacation, man. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is putting a halt to all of the mirth, all of the folly that's in this place, man.
Yeah.
You know? Bring that out and then bring that Ezekiel 33 out.
This is Ephesians chapter 5. I'll start at verse 14.
Come.
Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light.
Right, arise that thou sleepest, man. All right, that the ones that are spiritually dead, man. All right, come into the light, man. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Seeing then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Right, you walk circumspectly, man. All right, meaning you have your head on the swivel, man. You're paying attention to prophecies, man. You have a sense of urgency about your spirit, man. You walk circumspectly like the wise, man, and not as fools, man. See, the majority of our people, they're in a foolish state of mind, man. These niggas is caught up in the holidays. They're caught up in the world. They're caught up in their dreams and admirations of making it in this society. You know, living their best life, all of that bullshit, man. You walking as a damn fool, man. You know, as we were talking about last week, man. You people gonna be the fools in that day, man. All right?
Like that scripture that this brother brought out earlier about they said that the Lord shall not do good or evil. The reason why the two-thirds are saying that is because they don't want the kingdom to come because they want to keep doing what they're doing here, and they don't want the evil to come because they know they don't want the judgment to come. They just want to stay complacent, you know. Because when you laying down and you in bed, you comfortable, man. You got the sheets all wrapped up. You over here snuggling with the long pillow and shit. You know, Jake is feeling good.
That's a good point. That Babylon, you know, America gives you that effect. It does.
Yeah, it does.
It gives you that effect to be asleep, to be cool, to be comfortable. You know, and the Lord's telling us, He's telling the faithful few to be the opposite of that.
Right.
You know.
He said when he gave you Micah 2:10, man, for a reason. Arise and depart. This is not your rest.
It's not your rest, man.
Get up out the bed, man.
Wake up out of sleep. It is a high time that you wake up out of sleep,
Exactly.
man. You know?
Exactly.
It says, last verse in Ephesians 5:17, Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
Right, be not unwise, man, but understand the will of the Lord, man. See, we understand the will of the Heavenly Father, man, that He gonna bring judgment in this bitch, man. That He gonna destroy this place, man. So come out of that foolish mindset, man.
Yeah.
All right, come back to righteousness, man. All right, repent.
Right. We spoke about how Israel, two-thirds of Israel don't want to see the judgment take place, and they don't want to go through all this. Right? This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, verse 29. And therefore, that which is sown be not turned upside down, and the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So this place has to be taken off the map for the kingdom of heaven, and righteousness can be established back in the world, man. Because our people, just like how it was in time when we was in the wilderness, man, you know, they want to go back to Egypt, to be back in slavery, to be back there comfortable, man. The Lord is not letting us be comfortable here, man. The whole concept of America in itself, the name America is bitter. So there's no comfort that's supposed to be here, man. This is our prison sentence that's about to be taken off. We're about to be given the world, man. You have to go through all this bullshit first, man.
Hey, you just asked a question someone asked me this week. They want to know why is it always some shit going on. Because the Lord don't want you to get comfortable.
Right.
That's why. Because the Lord don't want you to get comfortable. He don't want you to get to a place where you feel like, you know what, actually I'm all right. I'm good to go. I got everything that I need. You know, because then you're not gonna push and you're not gonna want to return to Him wholeheartedly. Right. You know, you're not gonna want to serve Him with that same, passion, with that true love, knowing that you need Him for everything. We need Yahweh Shem Yahushua for everything. Right. You know, every time we get in our car, Apostle Car, you say, pray when you get in the car, and we need the Lord all the time. Yeah. You know, we don't just need Him some of the time. We need Him all the time, and we need Him for everything.
That's right. That's why He's making everything, you know, harder and harder.
Yep.
You know, because he's making you depend on him more, man, for the elect, man.
That's right.
Yep. Because this place, it makes you comfortable, man. Like we saying, you got all the aid to fucking get all ways to get some type of money, man. But when this economy crashes, all the ways gonna be out the window, especially for you women, man.
Right. That's why the Lord said you have trusted in them benefits and have not known me.
Right.
You see? That's why, because Jake trusts in the system, man. You know?
That's right.
This is Ezekiel 33, starting at verse 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from Yahweh.
Right. Just like how these people watching the live stream right now, man.
Yeah.
They see the feed pop up. Oh, GMS about to go bring it out. You know, it's just entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder who they gonna cuss out today. You know, it's just a form of entertainment, man. They keep Jake entertained. That's it.
I let it give me thumbs down.
Right. You know, like this is like when the live streams come on, it's a damn TV show to Jake. Go ahead.
Verse 31, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
Yeah, they on the computer. They sitting around the computer. They watching the videos. They hearing what we saying. They hearing the breakdowns, but they ain't even consider about doing them. They ain't even consider, man. They're like, oh yeah, I hear that's a good job. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You know, that's a good point. You know, go ahead.
It says, for with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Right. With their mouth, they show much love. Okay? Jake give you the fist, the black power fist.
Wow.
Oh, you're doing a good job. You know?
Real high too.
Yep. Letting the windows down and shit. But it said that, but their heart is going to go after their own covetousness, man. Because Jake gonna still live his life, man.
Hey,
You know?
he got aspirations. As soon as he wrote, after he rides by, wrote the window up. That bitch is crazy, man. I'm
Yep.
like, do whatever you want to do, man.
That's it. That's our people, man. Get Matthew 15 and 7 through 9 and make that point, man. And then finish out 33 for me.
Yeah, I was just
Nah, that's the spirit.
All right, this is Book of Matthew 15, starting at verse 7, and it reads, Ye hypocrites, well did Elias prophecy of you, saying, This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.
Right, yeah. Jake got that spirit of being a hype man, man. Jake know how to gas some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I believe in the Lord. Y'all doing an incredible thing, man.
Like I always say, man, Jake got a mean talk game, man.
Right.
When it comes to actually doing it, man, they ain't about it, man.
Nope. But they'll try to tell you what to do.
Right.
Go ahead.
But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
Right, you see, but in vain they worship the Lord, man. You know, they trust in their own heart, you know. Well, y'all got truth, but I got truth too. You know, this is the truth to me. Hey, I know my truth. I got my own relationship. In vain you worship the Lord, man.
Right.
Okay? And your heart is far from him, man. Because Jake has a zeal, but not according to knowledge, as the scriptures say, man. You know? Go back to that Ezekiel 33. You have more in there?
Yeah, I had another one.
Come on.
Just going into in vain you worship the Lord.
Yep.
Isaiah 29 and 13. And it reads, Wherefore the Lord saith, For as much as his people draw nigh unto me with their mouths, and their lips they do honor me, but have removed their hearts far from me,
Yep.
and their fear toward me is taught by the precepts of men.
Got it.
So it's taught by the ways of the world. The Lord told us not to love the world, neither none of the things that's in the world. So the actual fear that people have toward the Most High, you know, 2/3 of the nation of Israel is by the things of the world, not by his truth. The Lord said, Isaiah 8:20, you know, if they speak not according to this word, it's because there's no light in them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
They don't have the breath. They don't have the light.
Jacob say only God can judge me, and God don't judge. That's precepts of men, man.
Yep.
That's the rudiments of the world, man. Because Jake, yeah, that Tupac spirit. Because Jacob lived by that moral, you know, that the Heavenly Father don't hate. You know what I'm saying? He hates the sin and not the sinner. Those are all precepts of men, man. They ain't got shit to do with the scriptures, man.
Right.
But that's what Jake lives by, man. You see? And they're going to find out the harsh and the most harshest way, all right, when all that shit that you hold dear to yourself ain't true. You know?
I got one quick one.
Go ahead.
This is James chapter 1, verse 22. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only,
Yep.
deceiving your own selves.
Yep. Action is required, man. Okay? Be doers of the word and not hearers only, man. Because really you're just deceiving yourself, man. The Lord requires action. Faith without works is dead, man.
Right.
Okay? If you truly believe, then keep the law to your best ability, man. Go feed the sheep. Go set up a camp, man. Okay? Go work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. So there's action that's required, man. See?
Verse 23, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself, and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty, and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed.
Go ahead, brother.
Come on, man, you see? And that's why it's important, man, like the brother was saying, man, don't just be behind the camera, you know, on that keyboard, man, just clicking away, man. You got to actually come out here and do something, man.
Right.
You know, whether it be preaching his word, man, or hey, man, be a helper if you can.
Yep.
If that's your lot,
That's right.
you know, you got to do something though, man. Like brother Asha says, is out there in Tampa, man. You got to do something, man. You can't, like I forget another just did a video on it, man. You got to put something into it to get something out of it, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
how the equation works, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Action is needed though, man.
Hey, this is the true stock we're putting in, man.
Right.
You know?
And then how Sean said that the work is I always just quote this, that the laborers is few, but the work is plenty.
Yeah.
It's a lot to be done. Hey,
You never know.
hey, I'm not a multitude is a lot of people. That's right. You can't count them.
Right.
That means we need some work.
Right.
That means we need help.
Yeah.
Hey, along the way, we need help.
Get involved, man.
Yeah, get involved.
Like they tell you the promotion.
Or get involved on every level. You know, on every level. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if you're a believer, then you're going to do that. That's just, it's cut and dry. There's no other way. It can't be no other way. If you're a believer, you're gonna get in the game.
Lord
Get
said
your hands dirty.
Lord said there's only one way, man.
Yep. That's it.
Back in Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not.
Right. That's 2/3 of our people. They hear the words that we sing, man. Matter of fact, they hear the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. But they ain't gonna do it, man. Read that again.
Verse 32, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice.
Right, we just entertainment, man. This word is just like a lovely song to Jake, man. They see the videos on the YouTube, they turn them on, they watch them. Oh man, that was deep what he said. And then they go back to their bullshit, man.
Yeah.
You know? They just treat it like a song on the radio, man.
Yes.
That's it. Go ahead.
It says, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not.
They don't do them. Go ahead.
And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
Right, you people get ready to find that out. You don't think Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to make it known to all you unbelievers, you scoffers, all right, you niggas that's biting the teeth, all right, biting the tongue. You don't think the Lord is going to let you know in that day that the true prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushua were among you, man? Okay? That's why I said that all the signs are clear, man. You know, Jake always trying to look for signs and, you know, well, how do you know this? How do you know that? Because the Lord, he gave it to us, man. There is no more gray areas, man. There's no more uncertainty, man. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has made this clear unto the elect, man. You see that? Plain, man.
The Lord already gave out the signs that he had to give out, man. Now he's just saying out those that were able to interpret it, to give it to you people so you can understand it.
Beautiful. Get Matthew 11:7, okay? Because Jake ain't catching on to the beat, man. He can't catch the song, man. You know?
Matthew 11:7. And as they departed, Yahushua began to say unto the multitude concerning John,
Yep.
what went ye out into the wilderness to see, and reed shaken with the wind?
Matthew 11:17. Salakia, I said 7. Salakia about that.
Matthew 11:17, and saying, we have piped.
Go ahead.
Verse 15. It says, he that hath ears to hear, let him hear.
He that hath ears to hear, let him hear, man. That's talking about spiritually, man. Go ahead.
But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is unto the children sitting in the market, and calling unto their fellows and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Right, we have piped. You have something?
That's what we do right. That's what we do. That's what the brothers do every week on the four corners of earth.
Right.
We in the marketplace piping unto you.
Right.
We playing this real beautiful music.
Right.
We playing this song that the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, is in the heavens delighted in.
Yeah.
The heavenly host is they're delighted in hearing this real song, this
And,
music.
and the song that we're telling you is, look, man, you're an Israelite, man. You're a children of the Most High, man. The kingdom of heaven is for you. You know, all the benefits of the kingdom is for you, man. You know, but you're not dancing, man. We're mourning unto you, telling you that, yo, if you don't get right with the Lord's gonna destroy you, man. You know, he's gonna send great peril unto you, man. Where you're gonna die the most gruesome way, man. You're gonna watch your family die, man. Your kids die, man. You know, you're gonna lose everything you got, man. And you're not lamenting. You're not coming into the house of mourning. You want to stay in the house of feasting, man. So you people don't try to out here for that, man. You know, because once again, that's going back to you misusing the prophets, man. Because when it's all said and done, the family of the word is here, man. The videos not on the internet no more. The men of the Lord ain't on the highways no more. You're gonna be looking for it, they ain't gonna be able to find it, man. You know.
This is Job chapter 19, verse 7. Behold, I cry out of wrong, but I am not heard.
Right, we cry out of wrong, but we not heard, man. We just prophesied unto the wind, man. Here it is. This word is for Israel, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics. But you ain't even taking heed. You ain't even consider it, man. Go ahead.
You niggas walk by like we ain't out here, man.
Come on,
We're
man.
out here giving you the keys to salvation, and you just walk by like you don't even care, man.
Don't even care.
I cry aloud, but there is no judgment.
Yep. Yeah, cry aloud. There is no judgment, man. But the judgment is coming, man. That's the thing, man. See, it tells you what in Ezekiel the 12th chapter that that you didn't consider that this was going to happen, man.
Yeah.
That every vision was going to fail, man.
Time.
That the end was going to happen in years from now, man.
Yeah, they
You
make
know?
mockery of it, man. You know, they made mockery of the chip. Y'all been talking about the RFID chip being a mark of the beast all this time, and now look, man. Hey, 2020, man, they're making the what's that drug called again? The ID 2020.
ID 2020.
Look, that's showing you that's the mark of the beast, man. And they're gonna make everybody get that, man. If you don't get it, you're gonna be blacklisted from the world, man. You know, y'all marked about you know, the trees in the face. You look how the brothers all around the world waking up, man.
Yep.
You know, so you marking about the judgment. What's gonna happen? That judgment's gonna come upon you, man.
That's right.
You know, because you people, like we said, y'all gotta see it to believe it.
That's it.
All the signs is being shown, man. Look around what's happening around the world, man. All these turmoil and revolts going on.
The world
man.
is on fire.
The world is on fire, man. So what more does it take? And the icing on the cake was that damn commercial, man.
Come.
You know, that commercial literally shows you everything that we've been talking about for years, man.
Come.
You know.
Yep. They showed the chariots delivering Jake.
Yep.
They showed you Leviathan.
Yep.
They showed you the nuclear missiles flying in the air. You know, they showed you chaos and turmoil with the people, man.
Yep.
You know, that's all the times of trouble that's written in the scriptures, man.
They didn't put that out for no reason.
Come on, man.
These devils know what's going on. These devils know what's going to happen, man. You know, but it's that pride, though. Like you said, only a dumbass devil will make mockery of his own kingdom father, man. You know?
Yep.
But that's that pride he got, though, man.
Yep.
And then they also showed you the spirit of niggas. Because you saw that really was really a direct attack on you 2/3
It was.
niggas.
Yep.
Because it showed the spirit that y'all gonna really be in. They hear what's going on. You know, the powers that be, the gates of the nobles, they know what time it is.
Yeah.
So they really making mockery of you niggas, you 2/3 niggas that's gonna die.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you saw the spirit of niggas in the video.
Yeah.
You know?
The baby and Kyle Kuzma and Anthony Davis. All when they was doing they dumb shit, getting shoes and shit, the niggas about to get killed, right?
Yep.
And they changed the scene, man.
Yep.
You know? So that's blatantly showing you that you 2/3 are gonna be destroyed, man.
Yep.
You know?
That's right.
Because you niggas do that shit on the regular, man.
Yep.
Back in when Hurricane Katrina happened, man, you got niggas looting stores. Now you got motherfuckers out here drowning on their rooftop and shit. You worry about looting at the damn Foot Locker, man. You know? But that's niggas for you though, man.
In the midst of destruction, Jake's still distracted, man. So like the brother said, that was on point, man. That whole Foot Locker commercial was mockery of you 2/3 niggas, man. You dumb, sleep niggas, man. You know? Get that out.
This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 18. Then shall you return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not.
Yeah, read that again.
Right. Malachi 3:18. Then shall ye return.
Then shall you return, okay, because we've been returned back to our power. Go ahead.
Which is another proof of reincarnation.
Yeah, that's right.
And discern between the righteous and the wicked.
And to be able to discern between the righteous and the wicked, man. All right, we had a class, Bible study, and we're thankful that when we did come back to the knowledge of being Israelites, we didn't fall into fucking IUIC.
Oh man.
Or ISUBK,
Yep.
or FOPI, or any of these other bugged out Israelites groups, man.
That's right.
That's why I said discerning between what?
About between the righteous and the wicked.
Yep.
Between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not.
Right, so the Lord blessed us with that discernment, man. Between who's serving the Most High properly and who's not, man.
Right.
You see that?
Some folks started watching other camera, man, but eventually the Spirit led you to GMS. And, we're thankful to y'all about for delivering us until GMS, man.
That's right.
And we know that Yahweh Shemi on the shot because the same niggas is there. The Lord said the deceived and the deceivers and the deceived are His.
Yep.
So we know it's the Lord because the Lord says that He's the one that's ordering our steps.
Yep.
He's the one controlling everything. That it's not in man to know His way. So we know it's the Lord that led us here because He controls everything.
That's right.
Right.
So the ones that He didn't want, the undesirables,
Yep.
the dross, He just led them to IUIC and nasty day.
Nah.
And the rest of the planners.
Nah, because matter of fact, hold that tight. Get that Amos 9 and 9. Okay? Because Yahweh Shemi Shai said that He was going to sift Israel, man.
Yeah.
You know? That's why we just read in Malachi 3 and 18 that the Lord raised us up and He gave us the discernment to see who's serving the Lord properly and who's not, man. That's a blessing, man.
And it's obvious to see. You have eyes to see, man.
Yep.
These niggas out here are just winging that shit, saying any and everything, man. And their congregation is as dead as can be.
Huh.
Just taking that shit, man.
God.
You know?
Because Yahweh Shemi Shai is the power of the living and not the dead, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Amos 9 and verse 9, and it reads, For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
Yep.
Like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
Right, so the Lord has sifted Israel. He's gathering out the righteous from the undesirables, man. The 2/3, man. You see that? Keep reading out.
Verse 10, and it reads, And the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
Right, that's plain Jane, man. Okay? The Lord said the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, man. Okay? So there ain't no excuse. There's no getting around that, man. Okay? Go ahead.
And if I can speak on that, this is not, the scriptures do tell us that all have sinned and fall short of the glory of the Most High. But the elect are going to repent and come back to the Lord.
Hey, the scripture says that man, a righteous man falls 7 times, man, but
That's
he gets
right.
back up, man.
That's right. So there's still a distinction.
Yes.
For you niggas out here that'll say that. These guys just be on the comment board saying stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've been peeping that.
Yeah.
Well, like everybody knows. No, it's a distinction.
Yep.
You know, hey, the ones that don't repent, the 2/3, they gonna keep being niggas.
Yep.
Hey, the elect gonna come into this thing and they gonna fight the fight of good,
Exactly.
the fight of faith.
That's a good point. That's why the scriptures say, let the unrighteous be unrighteous still. Man.
The filthy be filthy.
Yeah, let the filthy be filthy still,
That's right,
man.
bro.
So if he's meant to be a nigga, then that's his lot. He gonna be a nigga, man. But if he's a nigga and he repents, all right, then most likely he probably part of your elect, man.
Right.
You know, because you're gonna put in the action, you're gonna put in the effort, all right, for Yahweh Shemi Shai to have mercy on your ass,
You're
man.
gonna fight. You're gonna
That's
fight
right.
the good fight, like the
That's
scripture
right.
said, man.
Come on.
You know, because this all types of obstacles that's gonna come your way.
Come on.
But the Lord's gonna give you the spirit to fight, man.
Come on.
You know? I
Come on.
appreciate it.
What you got?
It's 1 Thessalonians 5 and 4. It says, But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief.
Right, we're not in darkness, man. We have the light, man. That day of destruction, the return of Yahweh Shemi Shai doesn't overtake us as a thief, man. Because we're aware of what's going on. Man.
Right.
Go ahead.
We're what you call woke.
Right.
The real version of woke.
Right. Only the elect, all right, are the true people that are conscious on the planet Earth. Man.
Right.
It ain't you other niggas out there, man.
Right, yeah.
Okay. The truth of Yahweh, right. The truth of Yahweh Shemi Shai is true consciousness, man. All right. Go ahead.
It says, Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness.
Yep.
It says, Therefore let us not sleep as others do.
Yeah, let us not sleep, man. As others, because 2/3 of the nation of Israel are spiritually dead. They sleep, man. So the scriptures say, let us not sleep as others do.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, But let us watch and be sober.
But let us watch watch out for what? Prophecy, man.
Yeah.
It said, let us watch and be sober, man. Okay?
Yep.
Being level-headed, man.
Yep. Being circumspect.
Being
like you told us
circumspect.
earlier.
There you go.
It says, for they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
Yep, because you people are drunken off the wines and philosophies of this world, man.
Yeah.
You know, to the point where you can't even see prophecy, man.
Yeah, you let Babylon lull you to sleep, man. So now you walking around blind and dumb because you don't want to wake up to the truth, man.
Yep.
You know, Babylon has gave you all what you could desire, and you people are just content, man.
Yep.
You know? It says, but let us who are of the day be sober, put on the breastplate of faith and love, and for the helmet the hope of salvation. For Yahweh Shem Shai have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Right. He said he did not appoint us to wrath, but to obtain salvation, man. And that's mercy, man. And that mercy is for the elect, man.
Yep.
Those who repent, man, that come back to the Lord in truth and sincerity, man. See that? That's actually trying to change their ways, man. All right?
Got a quick precept. This is Romans 11:7, and it reads, what then Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for.
Yep.
But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Right, the elect have obtained it, man. Meaning the elect have the truth, man. They have the whole roll. They have 100% truth, man. Not 99, not just a little bit, man, but the whole roll, man. Okay? It said Israel seeking which they can't find, basically, man. Because the majority of our people, what? They're looking for truth. Our people want to know the meaning of life, why we're here, why we exist, why did the Lord do what he did. All right, we have all the answers in the scriptures here, man.
We give you the
Go ahead.
for the Sirach.
But the Lord said that the election have obtained it and the rest were blinded, man. All right, so that's even more proof that the Lord ain't dealing with everybody, man.
Right.
As you commoners believe, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:13. This is Israel, the so-called Negro and Native Americans' whole purpose of existence.
Right.
It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Yep.
Fear Yahweh by Shem Shai and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Right, got it.
Right, so that's our whole point of being down here is to serve the Lord, man. You know, that's the whole point of why we're here. We're not here to be no rapper, to be no athlete, to be no doctor, lawyer, whatever the hell that America tells you to aspire to be. No, our sole purpose is to serve Yahweh by Shem Shai and keep the law, statutes, and commandments. So that's it. All right. Those that don't want to do that, the Lord's going to destroy you, man. Because like it tells you in Matthew 5:13 that we're the salt of the earth, and we're the salt that lost its savor, man. You're good for nothing.
Yep.
And when you do with something that's good for nothing, you get rid of it, man.
Right.
You 2/3 are expendable, man.
Exactly. The salt is a preserving agent, man.
Yeah.
You know, going back to this word, man, it's true. It preserves you, man.
And that's the elect. The elect is the preserve of the nation of Israel, man. Because the nation of Israel has become defiled. Only the elect or the remnant of the remnant of Israel that hasn't been defiled, man. You know, those virgins, man.
Yep.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure.
Right. That's why, like the brother was just mentioned, that's why you have Jake. He'll come on the comment board with these little tedious ass arguments, you know, to try to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Try to contend, man. Instead of just obeying the gospel, what the scriptures say, man. But see, the elect that receive the word, they get it, man. They're not gonna strive against the word, man.
Yeah,
Because we know it's true.
That's why the apostles pretty much been like, you know, dead in this whole debating shit, man. Because there's no point. What's the point of debating with you niggas when you're not gonna change our minds? And obviously, you stuck in your ways, man, so you don't want to hear the truth anyway, so that shit is pointless.
Right. Them debates with the Christians is just a bunch of waste of time, man.
It's too much of that.
No edification can come out because niggas is all they doing is screaming.
Yeah.
You know, back and forth. It's just a waste of time, man.
Yep.
So like the apostles always say, man, if a nigga can't get it, he can't get it, man. We moving on, man. That's it, man.
Because the scriptures tell us, how can two walk together unless they be agreed?
Come on, man.
And you're not gonna have fellowship with an unbeliever if you believe the truth and somebody else believes something different.
Right.
So that means there's no reason to even talk to you.
Yeah. You got niggas talking about where's America at in the scriptures. Come on, man.
That's obvious, man.
Right.
Come on,
It ain't gonna say America, man, but we know that America is Babylon according to the scriptures, man.
Right.
All right? That this is mystery Babylon, man. All right? So if you can't receive that, hey, then
Spirit ain't with you.
the spirit ain't with you.
Right.
The Israel have obtained what they have seeked for, but the rest were blinded, man. Okay, the election have obtained what they're looking for.
That's right.
The rest were blinded, man. Simple as that. Go ahead, Doc.
But even their mind and conscience is defiled.
Uh-huh.
They profess that they know the Most High,
Yup.
but in work they deny Him.
Right. That's your niggas, man. You profess, you talk bold, you talk mad shit about how you read the Bible from front to back, that you got a relationship with the Lord, but it said your works are far from Him, man. You ain't got shit to show for it, man, but just all talk, man.
Right.
You know?
And that's a direct cut to the people that used to be in the truth, man. Yo, so-called love for God, man. How you showing it? You ain't doing the work no more. So that's showing that you don't believe in the Lord, man. If you did, you'd be out here doing it, man.
Yep.
You'd be out here pushing, man.
That's right.
Making your body a living sacrifice, man, like Yahushua did.
Any more on that? Was that it?
It says, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate.
Right, and that's you, and that's 2/3 of our people, man. Abominable, disobedient, and being and reprobates in every good work, man. You know, that's why the Lord is only dealing with His that we tell you in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, I believe, about that grape of the cluster
I get it.
that He kept.
Yep.
You see that plant that He kept, because what Israel has turned into what a degenerate vine, man.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
2nd Ezra 9:21. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster.
Right, He said He saw and spared it greatly, man. The Lord is going to spare His remnant, man. And He said He kept a grape of the cluster. Go ahead.
And a plant of a great people.
And a plant of a great people. That's the elect. Go ahead.
Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain.
Right. Let the multitude let the multitude perish that was born in vain, man. 2/3 of the nation of Israel were born in vain, man.
66.6%
All right.
of Israel, man.
You see these degenerate niggas, they just playing out their lot, man.
Yeah. And let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
Right. And with great labor I have made it perfect, man, going into the elect, man. Because the elect are the ones that's going to have their sins and transgressions blotted out, man.
Right.
You see that? You know, that's going to be found blameless in the time of judgment, man. Is that it on that? God, give me Psalm 69, start at verse 22. All right, we just rolling in the spirit, man. Like we said, man, if a nigga can't get it, hey, he can't get it, then we got to move on, man. Ain't no more to trying to plead with Jake, man. All right, the time of warning Israel is ending, man. Okay, the videos is about the videos getting flagged, famine is a word. All right, so Yahweh Shah allowed this word to perform its purpose, man. You know, give me that real quick.
This is Psalm 69 and verse.
Because this is what King David said. Go ahead.
Psalm 69 and verse 22 it reads, "Let their table become a snare before them,
Yep.
and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap."
Right. King David said, "Let this word, let this truth, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding be a snare to you wicked ass niggas, man." It said that was for their welfare. See, this truth is for your welfare, man. This is your salvation, man. Okay? This is life and death, man. But King David prayed to the Lord and said, "Let it be a snare, a trap unto these niggas, man." Go ahead.
Verse 23, "Let their eyes be darkened, that they see not."
Woo, let their eyes be darkened, man, spiritually, man. That's why these niggas can't see, man. That's why they're asleep, man. That's why, like we were referencing that Foot Locker commercial, man. You show that to a regular nigga, he just thinks it's about a commercial about some shoes and shit, man.
Looks cool, bro.
Yeah, that was a good commercial, man. Not paying attention to any of the subliminals that these devils put in the commercial, man.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
Continuing on, verse 23, start back from the top. This is Psalm 69 and 23. It says, "Let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake."
Mm-hmm.
Verse 24, "Pour out thine indignation upon them,
Yep.
and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them."
Right. So the Lord's praying against these 2/3, man. He's asking the Lord to let His wrath take hold of them, man. Because these niggas rejected the word, man. Same thing now, man. All right. The Lord said, "Watchmen amongst the people," but what did Israel say? We will not hear them, man.
Right. And that same process happened back in the ancient world, man. And what did they do, man? It put the apostles to death, man. Threw them in jail, man. You know, and they would do the same thing now, but the Spirit has everything happening now for a reason, man. You know?
Quick precept to go along with what you just said about the Lord and praying against them.
God.
This is John chapter 17, verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
Yep. That cuts that John 3:16.
Yep.
He said, I pray for them and not for the world, man. So who is the Lord talking about, man? The them is the elect, man.
Right.
All right, back then, which was the apostles, the disciples, man, which are the true believers in Yahushua today, man. So he said, I pray for them and not for the world, man. Okay, because this world is out of here, man. Dealing with the world of Israel, you 2/3 niggas, man. All right, the Lord didn't pray for y'all, man. You see? Go ahead.
The point? Okay, come. We're going to proof of that real quick. This is Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end. So that's Israel. It's speaking about the elect. And then in the kingdom, the rest of Israel will be brought back to the Lord and the righteous. Right. It's first and foremost speaking to the elect. Right. The Lord, this whole Bible really is about how the elect in the last days will come back to the Lord. That's right. From the beginning to the end. That's right. Israel went off continually. The Lord punished them, put them through curses, and they come back in the end, and the good guy wins. That's the way that this story goes. The elect, but it's through the elect, the remnant we've been talking about. Right. That's who the Lord is using for the salvation of Israel through Hamashiach Yahushua. That's right, brother.
I got one for you. This Jeremiah 11:14. Therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or pray for them. For I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. Right? So that's why the Lord, He's going to allow all these things to happen to these 2/3 because that's their judgment. But for us, we're not going to cry or feel bad for you, man, because the time for you to repent is now. Like we said earlier, you 2/3 are abusing your grace, man. You know, so whenever all hell breaks loose, you getting your ass handed to you, man. Ain't gonna be no praying for you, man. Because when you pray, the scripture tell you that he had turned his ear away from the truth. Pretty much, you know, his prayer shall be an abomination. You know, roughly paraphrasing. So you're gonna be asked out on all levels, man. You know, we just gonna sit there and laugh at you while you get put to death, man.
Right here.
Because niggas are last minute, man.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 26. It says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
Right.
They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Right. So it's like we saying, man. You're going to be crying to the Lord in that day, man. Because right now, everything is cool. The Lord's the last thing in your mind, man. But as soon as you start getting jacked up, you're going to be trying to seek, what the Bible said the name of the Lord was again? You know, was it Yahushua? Lord, Yahushua, please help me. And the Lord's going to, he's going to laugh at you like, nigga, I told you. I gave you warning, man.
It said they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, because then it's going to be too late. The elect is already going to be gone, man. You know, as far as pushing out this word, we ain't going to be found out here.
Hey, we only out here pertaining to Revelation 7th chapter unto the time that the elect is sealed.
Yes.
You know, start with the 144,000.
Yeah.
You know, so that's really the reason why we're out here.
Yeah. And once
Lord, what will that number?
And once the Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, seals the elect, man, the Lord said he's going to make the tongues of our mouth, you know, cleave onto the roof of our mouth, man. You know? So we're not going to be out here teaching you people anymore, man. You know? By that time, with the tanks and everything, with martial law going to be in all effect, man, we're going to be hidden. We're going to be hiding in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. We're going to be taking us out of that shit.
And you should have some fear. You should have some fear about it because you see the famine of the word is coming.
Exactly.
So that should be enough fear. And that's part of that cleaving our tongue, cleaving it to the roof of our mouth.
Right.
Not being able to speak, because the accessibility of just going on and just going on the brother's page or apostle's page or whoever you watch or may watch, that accessibility is about to be gone.
Right. Esau's already making it harder and harder for us to put these videos up, man. You know, YouTube is doing that little transition thing, and your daily motion is tripping, man. So, hey, it's coming to a point where, hey, you got to stop seeing the videos popping for the internet for good, man. You know?
That's right. I got a quick precept going into that. This is the book of Judges 10 in verse 11. It reads, And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua said unto the children of Israel, Did I not deliver you from the Egyptians and from the Amorites and the children of Ammon and from the Philistines? Verse 12, the Zidonians also and the Amalekites and the Moabites did oppress you, and you cried to me, and I delivered you out of their hand. Verse 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Verse 14 and the point. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation.
Yep. Go cry unto them other guys, man. Them other guys that you worshiping, man. Serapis Christos, Esau. All right.
Allah.
Buddha. Right. You see?
Niggas is walking around with whole out Buddhas on their neck, man.
Yep.
That shit ain't crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking Mayborn and shit.
Yeah.
Even the other thing, Jacob worship Indian and everything.
Right. You got fucking Kanye West trying to revive Christianity. Joel Osteen and all that bullshit, man. That's how you know this place is through, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's Esau's last desperate attempt, all right, to save his white God, man. Because before, when did Kanye, was he teaching about the tribes or like talking about the
He
tribes?
was talking to Judah, he was saying.
Yeah.
He heard about the truth. He couldn't tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Esau's like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And now he's pushing this whole Christianity vibe. You know? Yeah, he a lost thing. I think the nigga chip. Yeah, because he's bugged the fuck out. And they got mind control on his ass.
Ever since he got out that mental hospital, man, he been on
Came out with that blonde hair.
Yeah, pink hair and shit.
Hey, they got his ass.
The Kardashian family got them through that cursing.
Right. You know?
I got some.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms 106, and I started at 39. It says, they were defiled, thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a whoring with their own inventions.
Right, that's it, man. You know, went a whoring by their own inventions, their own imaginations. Go ahead.
It says, therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, insomuch he abhorred his own inheritance.
Right, that's why he allowed us to be conquered by our enemies, man.
Yep.
Because Jake was so damn wicked, man.
Yep.
And so damn defiled, man. He just gave us away to the hands of our enemies, man.
Kind.
He turned his face from us, as the scripture says.
Kind.
Go ahead.
It says, and he gave them into the hand of the heathen,
Yep.
and they that hated them ruled over them.
And they that hated them ruled over them, man.
Yep.
Showing you that we're at the bottom of society, man.
Yep.
That these heathen, along with Esau, are above us, man.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand.
Right, their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Many times did he deliver them, but they provoked him with their counsel and were brought low for their iniquity.
Exactly, man. So the Lord would deliver us, but then we would go back transgression, going off.
Yep.
All right, and we get conquered again, man.
Right, and that was a precept on what psychologist brought out. The Lord delivered us from the Egyptians.
Yep.
He delivered us from the Babylonians, from the Medes, the Medo-Persian Empire, man.
God.
From every slavery captivity we've been in, the Lord always delivered us, man. Because we pissed him off, he put us in captivity, and then we would cry to him, man, and he'd hear our cries and feel sorry for us and deliver us, man.
Yep.
But it's always been that same cycle all the way up to the point with his last captivity. He was like, man, fuck it. I'm gonna take away my name from him. I'm gonna take away their heritage and leave them desolate, man.
Yeah.
And now he gave the elect back the truth, man.
That's right.
So we're the only ones actually crying to the Lord deliver us, man.
Yeah.
You know? It says, many times that he delivered them, and they provoked them with their counsel and were brought low for their iniquity. Nevertheless, he regarded their affliction when he heard their cry, and he remembered for them his covenant and repented according to the multitude of his mercies. He made them also to be pitied of all those that carried them captive.
Yep. So he always had a remnant that he remembered, man. He always had a remnant that he preserved in captivity. Man. And it's the same thing now in this Babylonian captivity in America. That same remnant that believed on the Lord before is back in the reincarnation, man. The Israel of Israel, man. Because all of Israel ain't Israel. Matter of fact, get that too. The Romans, I think it's Romans the 9th chapter. I think. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, pull that out. All of Israel and of Israel.
Just quick to go right into what you said. Going into the Lord, actually, you know, the scriptures say polluting his inheritance. We go into like Isaiah 47, so quickly. It's Luke 4 and 6. It says, you were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High unto wrath, you were delivered unto your enemies. Mm-hmm. Verse 7, for ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not the Most High.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why Israel, Jacob's in this state right now.
Yep.
But the elect are waking up.
Yeah, the elect are all the ones that repented,
That's right.
you know, from serving these idols, you know, from doing these abominable acts, such as, you know, adultery and fornication, and all these different things, man. You know, we're the only ones that actually repented, man, or repenting. You know?
And you see the elect's works because when it talks about sacrificing the devil, the same thing we talked about how the Lord delivered us from all these different captivities and different nations. But you have a nigga that believes in Christ. You have niggas that believe still in Egypt.
Yeah.
Talking about we Egyptians.
Yeah.
You know, taking on all these different idols and all these different ways of living.
Right.
And but the Lord delivered us from all these places from the world to bring us back, to give us the opportunity to come back to Him as Israel.
And that goes to show you that 2/3 of our people are dead.
Yeah.
Because they're clean to you know, dead things, man. They say Egypt is dead, man. You go over there now, man, that shit is dry as fuck, man.
Yeah.
You know, ain't nothing spectacular about Egypt.
Nope.
You know, Babylon's dead, man.
Yep.
You know, future Babylon's about to be dead, man.
Yep.
You know, which is here. America's about to be finished, man. So you people cleave unto the dead thing, like you said earlier, man. Yahweh Shema Shah, the living power, man.
That's right.
And only the
That's right.
living can worship Him, man.
That's right.
There's no praise that comes from the grave, man.
That's right.
You know? This is Romans 9:6. It says, not as though the word of the Most High have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
Right, so Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not dealing with all of Israel, man, like these other camps push, man. They're all about waking up all of Israel, man. The Lord is only coming back for the elect, man, the remnant, man. So all of them, all of Israel, read it again, Slaki.
It says, for though the word, not as though the word of Yahweh Shema Shah have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
They are not all of Israel, which are of Israel, man. You see that? So the Lord is only dealing with a remnant within Israel, man.
It's levels to this shit.
Yeah, it's levels, man. The chosen of the chosen, man. Okay, Israel is the chosen nation as a whole, right? But the Lord is only dealing with the chosen within that chosen, man, which is the elect, the remnant, man.
Because, like the scripture says, it says all Israel will be saved, man, but only the elect is going to be saved this go around. But then the rest of Israel is going to come through the ones of the elect in the kingdom. Man.
God, and that's what those camps, that's what these other camps don't push, man. You see? Give me that real quick. Galatians 6 and 16.
This is Galatians 6 and 16. And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy, and upon the Israel of the Most High.
Right, peace be unto the Israel of the Most High. All right, get that Israel, word Israel real quick.
This is G2474, and the point is that 1C, it says Christians, the Israel of God, for not all those who draw their bodily descent from Israel are true Israelites.
That's a super cut. That's a superior cut, man. So it said not all. Read that one more time.
It says Christians, the Israel of the Most High, for not all those who draw their bodily descent from Israel, talking about the flesh, are true Israelites.
Right, because there's millions, there's billions of Israelites, man.
Hey, Israel
all right?
is the sand of the sea, man.
Hey, Israel is the sand of the sea, but not all of them that draw their bodily descent of Israel are the true Israelites, showing you that the Lord is only dealing with the elect, man. So there ain't no getting around that.
And that goes to show you that the Israel that the Lord is going to save this time is the elect, man.
Yeah.
The Lord ain't wrong. He didn't change. He's still going to deliver Israel, but this is the Israel of Israel. This is the true Israelites.
It's the true Israel. That's going to be the first fruits in the kingdom of heaven, man.
The governing body of all Israel, of the world. The universe, actually.
It goes on just a little bit.
Go ahead.
It says, from Israel or true Israelites, it says, are those from whom the Most High pronounces to be Israelites and have chosen to salvation.
Right, those who the Most High has pronounced to be Israelites, man. Not you calling yourself an Israelite, but who the Lord has chosen to be true Israelites. Come on, man. You can't get around that, man. So that's a cut to all them other camps out there trying to wake up all Israel, man. You just wasting your fucking time, man. All right, it's about the elect, man. Okay, because don't get it twisted. The word is going out to the elect, but the judgment is going out too, man.
Hey.
You see, it's a sifting process.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, give me that Ezekiel real quick, man.
Ezekiel 37:8.
Yep, straight to the point.
It says, and when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them.
Right, so this is going into the awakening of Israel, the valley of the dry bones, Ezekiel 37, man. Okay, so the Lord put the skin, He put the breath back in us, but it said in this specific verse, it said there was no breath in them, man. Okay, because you got Israelites out here, because we wanted to get into that, I want to segue into that in the spirit. You got Israelites out here that's trying to say that the Latinos, so-called Latinos, Native Americans ain't Israelites, man. when you got this brother right here, he's an Ephraimite, man. This is proof in itself, man.
Yep.
So you got a lot of clown-ass niggas out there that were set up to justify Esau's narrative, man. You know, whether they working for him or they working for the spiritual demon Satan, man. All right, but either way, you got these clown niggas set up out here that's causing confusion in the midst of the congregation, man. That's why the scriptures say the apostle Har always used to hearken on that scripture, man. Who are the people that don't have the breath, man? Okay, because the breath goes back to what? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, these pseudo cats, man.
Yeah.
IUIC, ISPPK, GOCC, all these other bug out cats, man. They don't go into when it comes to the rest of the tribes like that, man. You know, they'll have them in their camp, man, but you don't really see them speak like that, man.
Yeah.
You know, like you say, I've rarely ever seen a normal tribe brother in IUIC actually out on the highway speaking, man.
Yeah.
That happen all the way in the back, man. You know.
I got a quick precept going into this, because it's a reason why through the Spirit. It's here John 14:17. It says, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not,
Yep.
neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and shall be in you. That's the Israel of the Most High.
Yep.
You know him. So the Spirit of truth, which is the inspiration, the Holy Spirit, the world can't receive it, and that's even going directly to Jake. Speaking directly to Jake, because not all Israel are of the Most High.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So only the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be able to get the Spirit of truth.
That's it.
You know, the scriptures tell you, the Lord says, "My sheep hear my voice and they follow me."
Right.
Only the elect are going to actually hear the words, got the spiritual ears to hear and discern, and then come back to serving the Most High.
Right.
You got all these relics, all these different types of evidence that's being digged up by these scholars that determine that the Northern Kingdom, which consists of you Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics, are Israelites, man. But you still have these bug-out niggas from these other camps that purposely ignore these facts and still push that all 12 tribes is Negroes, man.
Right, but they suffer the same curses as so-called Negroes, man. You know, they got baby mama drama just like niggas do. You know, they on the corner trapping just like niggas do.
Yep.
You know, they getting they ass handed to them by the so-called white man just like niggas do, man. So they suffer the same curses, man. Therefore, showing you that there are people too, man.
Yep.
You know, they were on the boat on the slave ships just like niggas was, man.
Yep.
Hey, Jake, you got Jake that'll hold that shit like that's a badge of honor. Well, y'all went on the boats, you know. Nigga, that you don't research, man. They were the first ones to get on the boats, man.
A prime example, my great grandfather came as a slave from Spain to Puerto Rico, man. And he was as dark as this brother, man. That was a dark skinned man, you know. And then what? His son came out. My grandfather, he's lighter than me. With blue eyes. You know. So hey man, the brothers ain't lying, man. And then you go to Puerto Rico, out there they have a saying that they when people are trying to like talk shit to you, they'll say don't te hagas el jíbaro. Like don't be a jíbaro means like don't be a nigga basically. And that word jíbaro goes back to Hebrew, man. Right? Because the jíbaros were kind of looked at in a bad light because they were the dark-skinned Ephraimites out there. And now you go to the mountains, because that's where the Hebados went to. They went to the mountains, and they would be the farmers and stuff out there in the mountains. See, man?
And what the brother said is prophecy. Deuteronomy 28:37.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Those curses are gonna be on Jake wherever you are. The same thing with the but in all lands, but you got in India the Dawit, the Dalit. The same thing there. You know them are Jakes.
Yeah, and
Because they fall into the curses.
and the name they call them, the Dalit,
Yep.
it means the undesirable.
See?
You know.
That's the bywords and proverbs.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
they're ousted from the rest of India, man. They got them on the street, homeless and shit, man.
The Punjabs too.
Yeah.
Punjabi.
Oh yeah, kind of.
Them people too. Those are majority of those are Israelites.
Come on, man.
And real quick, a little bit more on those Hebados, man. The reasons why they went up into the mountains because when the Conquistadors came in, they started putting all hell around the coast, man. Because of course Esau didn't want to go up into the mountains because he knew he was going to get his ass whacked up. So the Israelites that are trying to get away from the madness, all right, and that's how over time that the Hebrews, because they changed their name to Hebado, all right, which goes back to Hebrew. They wanted to get away from my madness, and people looked at them like they weren't shit because you you had Israelites that wanted to be around those Edomites out there on the coast, man, because they saw the way they were living and they thought they were going to get the riches that they were getting, man.
Yep.
You know.
Come.
So now the Hebrides are looked at like the poor. You know, they call you that. That's like an insult getting called that over there in Puerto Rico. Man.
That's heavy. Yeah, Jeremiah 15:33. What you got? Yeah, what? Yeah, bring it out. And then somebody hold Hosea chapter 13 verses 15 and 16.
Jeremiah 50:33.
Yep.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Come on, man. That's history, man. The children of Judah and the children of Israel, the northern and southern kingdom, man. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics, okay, you West Indians, all right, you Taino Indians, you Arawak Indians, okay, you were oppressed together, man. This scholarship going into how on the slave ships you had the so-called Negroes and Latinos on the ships together, man. All right, that's history, man. So how the hell you gonna say that the Northern Kingdom, the Latinos and Native Americans ain't Israelites, man?
And even to this day, or you know, since the time of slavery began, Esau made sure he kept the two heads of the nations underneath his hands, man, in his palms. Because what? You got Puerto Rico, the property of the USA, and then you got the so-called Negroes, who are the tribe of Judah, over here in the Americas, man. So they made sure they had to keep them two under oppression, you know.
You got somebody you want to bring out? I got hold. Okay, yeah, hold that. Bring that out real quick. Yep.
Jeremiah 50:33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Yep, we still in captivity to this very day. All of them that took them captives held them fast and refused to let them go, man. Okay? Showing that you Jakes, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics are still slaves in Babylon today, man. All right? So how the hell you going to tell me that the Latinos and the Hispanics and Native Americans don't fit the curses, man?
Hey.
All right? And that's why Yahweh Shemel Shah going to kill you niggas that's teaching these heresies, man.
Kind.
You know?
Okay, I can read this real quick.
Go ahead.
Look, but pretty much it's a picture of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, right?
Yep.
For Negroes, it says, my people were stolen by the same people. It says, with the Native Americans, my land was stolen by the same people. And the Latinos, it says, my people were exploited by the same people.
Yep.
And on the bottom, it says, we all have the same enemy.
Come on, man.
So there's one common denominator when it comes to all three, and that's the so-called white man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Hey, for these guys, I'll make a quick point. For these guys that say that profess to be Israelites, the thing is that means that prophecy, you would have to just do away with the prophecies of the Bible. Because if you read 2nd Ezra to 13th chapter, that would mean explain 2nd Ezra to 13th chapter.
Exactly.
That means you would have to just omit that. That means Deuteronomy 28. When you go through Deuteronomy 28 and you see that the so-called Negroes did not own this land, who was it referring to? It wasn't referring to the Negroes. It was referring to the Latinos and the Native Americans.
Wow.
So you would have to just do away with the prophecy. So you couldn't even read the Bible if you would say that the northern tribe, the Latinos and Native Americans, were not Israelites. You would just have to just not believe in the Bible. That means you don't believe in the Bible.
Right.
Because that's prophecy.
Yes. And speak on that too. That's you, like, once again, denying the power of the Lord, man.
Yep.
But that, you like I said, you saying it specifically, it's just dark-skinned people. Not all Israelites, like Apostle Gabar used to say, man. Not all your Israelites are gonna look like Wesley Snipes, man. You know?
Right. My heritage is a speckled bird, man.
That's right.
What about that scripture, man?
Nah, I got one too. This
Yep.
is Acts 13:41. It says, behold, ye despisers and wonder and perish.
Yep.
For I will work in your days, a work which ye shall in no wise believe.
Yep.
Though a man declare it unto you.
Right, and we're declaring unto you that through the scattering of the bloodline of Jacob, you're going to have Israelites that's going to look like the other nations, man.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, we declared this unto you, but you're not believing that, man.
Right.
That's why when we see a so-called, Japanese, Chinese-looking Jake, they got rhythm and got some sauce about them. You know, we tell you that that's an Israelite, Jake can get all offended, man.
Yeah.
You know?
You see, it's like the main ones. You got the ones that look like so-called white people,
Yeah.
but are actually Jake, man.
Yeah.
That are actually in the camp. Well, you got white people in the camp. You're contradicting yourself. No, man. In the spirit, we know that those brothers are Israelites.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, because Esau wouldn't be doing what we're doing if he was truly a devil, man.
Nah.
You know.
I mean, bring up this example since you just brought out the Japanese. This is a Japanese player that plays
Con,
for
that's
the
war.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Go
plays
close,
for the
go
Washington,
close,
man.
go close.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right? That's a Japanese man right there. But that's the Israelite, man. That's clear and obvious. That's the Israelite.
Right.
Nah.
You got what's the tennis player?
Oh, Naomi Osaka, I think that's her name. Yeah, she's a Jake, man.
You know?
Her mom is so-called Japanese, but her father is Haitian, man.
And you know, to even go further, like I said, these ones that don't even look like Jake. Like I said, Bruce Lee.
Yep.
You know, I believe Jeremy Lin. He's a Jake, man. You know,
Yeah.
it's just things like you can tell through the spirit, man.
The spirit, man.
Spirit bearing witness, man.
That's
you
right,
know?
brother. That's right.
These goops and these other heathens have no flavor. They have no spirit in them that makes them stand out from the rest of them.
God.
Jake's spirit is what makes us stand out, man.
Yep.
Let us know that, hey, them is Israelites, man. You know?
You can't fake the spirit. You
Nah.
can't fake the salt. You know, because Jake is the one that got the salt, man.
Right. He said we saw the earth,
And
man.
and if you're a spiritual man with discernment, you can see that, man.
Yeah, man.
You know.
And we give this world flavor, man. And
God.
that's why everything that's popular it came from us, man. Well, it's coming from us.
Jacob's the former of all things.
Come on, man.
Give me that Hosea. What you got? Another example. This is another so-called Japanese woman. Brother GMS Saint, I can't remember his name. He
That's
did
her.
this video. This her?
Yeah, yeah. That's her. No, that's
No.
the Japanese
Miss
model.
America.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
She was a Miss America.
God.
Yeah.
And that, she's a Jake. When you read, it's an article on her. Her name is
Can you pull it up, make it bigger?
Ariana Miyamoto. It's all I got is the video.
Okay,
of
con.
it.
I
I
got
can pull it
you.
up.
I got
But
you.
Ariana Miyamoto, when you I watched the video.
Yep.
I saw this about a week ago, and she go into talking about how people when she was growing up, they call her derogatory terms and names, like basically the equivalent of nigger or spick or whatever, and that shows the curses.
Exactly.
And she said her dad was a so-called black man.
There you go.
You know? Yep, that's her.
That's a Jake, man.
She's a Japanese Miss America.
Yep. But see, but 2/3 of our people don't have that discernment to be able to tell that, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Because like tennis player, what's her name one time?
Naomi Osaka.
You know, before she got famous, but she beat Serena Williams. They had her list like she was pretty much mocked as being a so-called Japanese woman. But as soon as they called her a black Japanese, man.
Yeah.
But as soon as she won though, they took the black off, so she's Japanese, man.
Yep.
Show you that's how they do our people, man. You
Yep.
know?
She even cut him up when they kept bringing that stuff up. They did an interview,
Yep.
and she said, "Yeah, that's on my mother's side, but my dad, he's Haitian.
Mm.
You know, he's elite. You know, he's a Haitian.
Yeah.
She brought that up.
Yep. She repped that shit too.
Yeah.
You know? See? But give me that Hosea 13, 15, and 16, because we were talking about how the Latinos, they suffered the curses, man. All right? They're Israelites, man. All right, go ahead.
This is Hosea chapter 13, verse 15. Though he be fruitful among his brethren,
Though he be fruitful among his brethren, what was that talking about, man? Ephraim, man.
That's what they do.
All right? He is fruitful, man. Okay? Go ahead, because Ephraim is the head tribe of the northern kingdom.
Right.
Go ahead.
and east wind shall come, the wind of Yahweh shall come up from the wilderness, and his spring shall become dry,
Yep.
and his fountain shall be dried up.
Yep.
He shall spoil the treasure of all pleasant vessels.
Right, so because when you go into the history, all right, you had the Spaniards, you had Christopher Columbus come over to the so-called New World, man. But when you do the history, one of the first places that he came to was the island of Hispaniola, right?
Yep.
Which is in the islands out there in the northern part of South America, right? You know those islands.
Hispaniola is the Haiti and Dominican Republic.
There you go. So those are the islands that he hit, man. Go ahead.
Says 16, Samaria shall become desolate.
It says Samaria shall become desolate going into the northern kingdom, man. All right, you Latinos and Hispanics, Native Americans, go ahead.
For she hath rebelled against her power. They shall fall by the sword. Their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped up.
Right, so when you go into history, what did they do to the northern kingdom, man? Christopher Columbus came and he sliced open the stomachs of the pregnant women. They ripped the babies out of the stomachs and dashed them in the grounds where their brains exploded on the ground and shit, man.
And a lot of these Latino women, they don't even have natural births, man. They have to get C-sections. You know, they're quick to get a Latino woman those C-sections, man.
Yep.
You know, they'll see that, oh, it's taking a little bit too much time. You know, you gotta cut this thing out of you. You know?
So that's what that whole, when you watch the movie The Conquest of 1492, dealing with Christopher Columbus, this scripture, it goes into that, man. That's what happened to the Samaria, man, the northern kingdom, man.
It's some scholarship on that, right?
Huh?
Where it was something about and I can't remember how it goes, but Columbus said he had put his sword down he didn't have a sword down for an hour. Yeah, showing he had a sword down for an hour, but he was killing.
He was killing. Him and Andrew
Jackson, showing that they was killing.
Yep.
They was putting the northern kingdom to death.
Right. Esau was eating the bodies of the northern kingdom, man.
Native Americans.
They was killing them and actually performing cannibalism,
Right.
man. You know?
They were digging the bodies of the Indians out the graves and eating them, man.
Come on, man.
Well, I got another scripture to prove Ephraim, the northern kingdom is Israel too, man. This is Hosea 4:17. It says Ephraim is joined to idols, let him alone.
Yep.
Because Ephraim is real. Well, really, all of the northern kingdom, like mainly the Hispanic tribes, man. They're real big into idolatry, man. Into the Santa Maria, the white Jesus Christ, man. You know, you got they worship Mary. Yep.
They worship Mary. The Israelites, they're into, they call her Guadalupe.
Yep.
Which when you look at that image of Guadalupe, you know, she's just the Virgin Mary standing up. You got that the sun rays around her, which goes back to Babylon, Tammuz and Nimrod. All right, because she said, what was her name? The wife of Nimrod, Semiramis. She said that he died and he became the sun god.
Yep.
You know, and then at the bottom of her feet, you see the little baby, which was Tammuz.
Yep.
You know, but you get these simpletons out there that be worshiping.
Yeah.
So, hey, somebody, the city I was born on over there in Puerto Rico, man, is the city's called Guayama, and they call it. And every time I tell people here how I was born there, they say, "Oh, you from the town of the witches." You know, because literally they got nothing in that town but nothing but the black magic, man, the Santeria. All right, they got whole graveyards that people just go up in there and they be worshiping all the dead, doing all types of curses and shit.
The kids movie about that not too long ago.
Yeah, I found that movie.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture said Ephraim is joined unto idols, leave him alone, man.
Yeah.
You know, because the northern kingdom are idolatrous people,
Yeah,
man.
just like the southern kingdom.
Yep.
Man. You know, they just go harder percentage than niggas do.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Yeah, because the southern kingdom, they go hard for Christianity.
Yeah.
Northern kingdom go hard for Catholicism.
Yep.
You know?
So I show you.
And you get, I got my grandma on my father's side. She got a whole glass case of nothing but little Virgin Marys, rosary beads. Like she collect like you know how we collect beads and stuff.
Yeah.
She got that like she got the rosaries. Man.
Right,
She got a whole little nice collection, and every day she's praying the damn rosary, man. I don't even go over there because I don't want to be around it.
Yeah. And what tell us, man. If you go over to your grandmother's house, man, you got Jesus Christ all over the fucking house.
Sweet baby Jesus
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Wood crosses on the wall.
And the angels, the fucking what's the shit, the manger and all that shit, man. You know?
Especially around this time of year.
Yeah.
Christmas
Oh,
time.
especially time.
Jake go all out with his houses.
Yeah.
Jacob put the whole manger set up outside of his farm.
Right.
3 wise men and all that.
Right. That's why the scripture tell you in Romans chapter 10 that they have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge, man.
Look, and
You know?
to show you that this is cursed, that's going to be on all Israel.
Yeah.
This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. It says, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth to the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone."
Yep.
You know? That's prophecy. And our people going to be like this, man, because especially with the northern kingdom, man, they had that shit beat into them, man. Where if they didn't accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, man, they got burned at the stake, man. You know, they would put them on their deathbed and look. If you don't accept Jesus Christ, man, they're gonna burn in hell, man.
Yep.
You know, they through fear and bloodshed, is how Christianity became to take over the world, man.
Nah.
You know, and I seen something about that earlier this week, where like how these Christians like to push that, you know, Christianity is all love, and they give you this bullshit story of how the world became Christian. But then they don't go into the Crusades, none of that, or how all these damn Christians got spread their message by killing, man. You know? So Christianity has a dark past, man.
Yeah.
People never want to acknowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a little bit more on
Go ahead,
that.
bro. Yeah.
This is Hosea chapter 7, and I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. All right, and that's true to this very day. Just last year, out there in Orlando in Florida, man, they broke, the Ephraimites broke a record of how many Ephraimites were coming from over there in Puerto Rico, man. And that's been happening since like the 20s, man. Nothing but floods of Ephraimites is leaving. From Puerto Rico coming to the Americas. That's why you got them all through the East Coast. You got them in the upper states, New Jersey, Florida, New York. You got them out west too. It says, let me read that again. It says, Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Even out there in Korea, during the 50s, a lot of Ephraimites got drafted into the war to go out there fighting Korea. And now you got a bunch of Ephraimite little babies running around out there, right? You know? You had, there was another war that they did that too. So like not a war out there in not Saudi Arabia, but a lot of those Ishmaelites, majority of them, they're Ephraimites, man, up there in that little area of Samaria, you know, because that's where the northern kingdom was, you know, Ephraim, you know, but some of the ones that stayed back, you get a lot of those that are Ephraimites too, man. You know? It goes on to say, and this is why it goes on to say this, Ephraim is a cake not turned, because Ephraim has gone out and he's mixed his seed amongst all these different nations, man. You know, especially the Ephraimite man, you know, he shall be fruitful. Hey, Ephraim got seed all over the place, man. Little kids running around looking like little Edomite babies. Yep. Then he mixed himself with Judah. Yep. You got little dark-skinned Ephraimites. Yep. And then you got little light skins, like they call me in the family an Indio, like the Indian of the family, because I got the long straight hair when I actually had hair. And I got the Indian tone skin to me a little bit. You know, but you got all these different classes of just, and one tribe, man. Ephraim. You got light, tan, and dark. Okay?
Nah, it's heavy, man. You know? That just shows you that you other camps out there that's teaching, man, y'all don't got it, man. You know?
One more verse on we got it. Go ahead, bro. This is 7 and 9. Strangers have devoured his strength, and he knoweth it not. Because what? America has ownership of Puerto Rico, so these Ephraimites down there, they think that they're in good case. Oh, we're American citizens.
Right.
But that's why it says, strangers have devoured his strength, and he knoweth it not, because they think they're in good case over there. They think, shit, America they'll take care of us. But look what happened when Maria came through.
Exactly.
You know?
They're still fucked up.
Yeah, these Edomites will remind you that you niggas too.
Yeah.
You know?
And cause they think they're white, man. You know, the light skinned ones, they think they're actually so-called white people. Until you have one of them, Donald Trump, you know, like Edomites come up and set them straight, man. You know?
It says, yea, gray hairs are here and there upon him, yet he knoweth not, man, because Ephraim is stressed, man, by these damn devils over there. Man. You know, my dad, he had an afro back when he was young, and he had nothing but gray hairs. You look at my brother Ash out there in Tampa, he's younger than me, and he got his head is full of gray hairs, man. You know? But that was it on that.
This is Jeremiah 12 and 9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
Yep.
The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour.
Right, so Yahweh Shai said that his heritage was likened to a speckled bird, man. Right. Meaning many different colors, man. All right? So referencing what the brother Sakalak quoted, Revelation the 7th chapter, dealing with that great multitude of all kindreds, nations, and tongues, man. Okay? So you got Israelites that are going to look like these other nations, man.
Right.
How is that a hard concept to understand, man?
Right.
You see?
Esau has put that separation for a reason. He don't want the tribes to come back together. Divide and conquer, man. That's why they always say, oh, it's black and brown, you know?
Here it is, you got niggas trying to do the same thing. Man.
Yeah.
Trying to divide the tribes of Israel, man. Trying to say it can only be dark. Man, it's death to you niggas, man.
Right.
How about that?
Yeah. Because they don't understand, like, hey, when Judah gets rounded up, man, hey, the northern kingdoms, they come right behind them. Like, for example, when the Rodney King riots happened, man, you had Judah out there, you know, going crazy. Yep. Hey, who was out there with him? Issachar, man. You know, back in the day, there's some of them that would take care of them, man. You know, they had groups like Mr. Spidey, one of the Mr. Spidey that beat them up and put them to rest. They took care of them, man. You know. Because deep down, it's a connection between us, man. You know, 'cause we're family, man. You know?
Came with Judah and Gad.
Yep.
Exactly.
They showed that in the movie 12 Years a Slave.
Yep.
Yo,
Jake thought he was going to take off. He ran into Gad up in the woods. They stared at each other for a minute. Then the scene changed. Gad over there dancing and Jake over there eating from the food that Gad had.
Because in some cases where the runaways will run from the plantation, man, they go into the Indian spots, man, you know, and they would take them in and shield them from Esau. Man.
Yeah, that's history, man.
You know?
When slavery so-called got abolished, you know, you had a lot of Judites that were taken in by Reuben and Gad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they had families, man. They intermingled with one another, man. You know? So Jake. Go ahead, I'll give you that right there.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
Right, you false prophets, man. Evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, man, because you actually got niggas out here that's trying to divide the tribes up, man. You know? Yeah, what's his name? Panaf, the Popey dude. Trying to take the skin off that. Yeah, he's trying to take the skin off Jake, man. So these niggas is waxing worse and worse in these last days. Go ahead.
It says, but evil men shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Right, deceiving and being deceived, man. See, this is all the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Yep, right.
He set these wicked niggas up to deceive the undesirables, the niggas that he didn't want in the first place, man. You see that? So that's why you have a lot of these Jakes that harken on to that nigga shit, man. You know, all 12 tribes being black. You know, you got niggas in Israel that trapped out the truth. You know, they make it a carnal movement.
Right.
You know,
Hey, it's
goods in the video and all that silly shit. You know,
Marching down the street.
marching down all these damn where is marching in the scriptures, man?
and furthermore,
IUIC.
our people been marching for fucking decades, man. And that shit have not changed. So what's doing it with the Israelites? What's gonna do, man?
Come on, man.
Million-man march, man.
Niggas
That shit ain't
marching
doing
and
nothing.
voting.
Nothing
Nothing
changed, man. You know. So just because you're an Israelite, you march. No, that's supposed to change,
Right.
man.
Showing you that all of Israel ain't Israel, man.
Stupid, man.
Go ahead, Doc.
It says, verse 14, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned
Yup.
and hast been assured of.
Yep. Continue down the things that thou hast learned and assured of, man. Go ahead.
But, or it's what, knowing of whom thou hast learned them,
Yep.
and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation
Right.
through the faith which is in Hamashiach Yahushua.
Right. Which would enable you to be wise in these scriptures, man. To your salvation, man. You see? Because Jake, man, hey, look, the truth is what great millstone, man.
Yeah.
All right?
God.
We're going to call it straight. It ain't nothing about being arrogant or any of that.
It's
man.
just facts.
It's just the facts, man. Out of confidence through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's it, man. Edification is flowing through great millstone, man.
Right.
Starting with our elders and apostles on down, man. That's it, man.
You ain't getting this in-depth breakdowns from these other people, man.
God.
You know, but they ain't got it. They do got it. They got it from our elders, man.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's why when the famine comes, like the brother Tazimat was saying, when the famine of the word takes place on this internet, they're gonna take great millstone down and leave all you other niggas up.
Hell yeah.
So when that time of persecution comes, you're gonna have all these videos of these niggas with the guns, all this carnal nigga shit that they doing in the videos. That's what's gonna be displayed in the mainstream media, man.
Right.
They ain't gonna put up the videos of Great Millstone because edification is going out, man.
Right.
And people gonna see through that shit, man.
Right.
That's why Esau set up these other bullshit ass Israelite camps, man, to be the fall, man.
Yeah.
So we see right through that bullshit, man.
Right.
You know?
Hey, you know, those that got the eyes to see and the ears to hear, you can see it because, like an example is brothers, the men of valor.
Come.
You have other brothers out there that do adhere to the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
DTA too, man.
Yeah. So you got other groups that do adhere to the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That might not be, have the name GMS, but it's do you actually adhere to the words of the Lord? Are you actually following the Lord? You know what I'm saying? We know through the Spirit the apostles are are the leaders of Israel. But there's other men out there that do adhere to that and through the Spirit. So through the Spirit we know you know, a lot of them brothers, Lord willing, are of the elect too. You know,
Time.
you are the number.
Like I said, the founding benefactor of that is that they give reverence to the elders. Because they know that that's where they learn from, man.
Exactly.
They don't have to have, like, it's members of the elect and these other cats, man, that eventually are going to wake up and come to the truth, you know?
Facts. Just like the niggas that was up in Baltimore. Some like
Oh,
early this year.
The branch of Baltimore.
Yeah,
shit,
it's
right?
like them niggas. You got niggas like that, okay, and you got certain guys like them and the ITR type of niggas. You got these guys out here that learn from the apostles, but then they'll come out and act like they didn't learn none of what they learned from
Because
the
they
apostles.
had their own agenda.
Right.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
You know?
Showing you the separation.
No.
Like I said, Yahushua, I didn't say Yahushua said, it's like it's only one way. And anybody comes in any other way, you're a thief and a robber, man.
Yep.
You know?
I have something real quick. You got it.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. What you got out?
Hey, let me show this picture real quick. It's been a while. You know, this is something that we always go back to because for you, Wesley Snipes only, you know, Israelite groups out here, then explain this. Explain every Jake in the world that go pop a Edomite or any other nation or woman or people, but you see clearly this is a Jake, you know. And look at this son. So once again, it looked like an Edomite. If you saw this, if you saw this kid walking on the street, you'd be like, look at that damn Edomite. That's actually a Jake. That's a Jake. So explain this. Explain the fact that, look, you're not gonna have every Israelite that's gonna have real dark skin. That's my heritage is as a speckled bird.
Yep.
That's what the Lord is saying right there.
God, just showing you that you other camps ain't got no discernment, man. That's plain, man. If you can't receive that, hey, then you ain't got it, man. Okay. Go ahead.
That works with that, and it also works the opposite way, man.
Yeah.
Because you got something called chocolate Edomites, man. You know? So, hey, just because she's dark skinned, you know, that don't mean she's an Israelite either, man.
Yeah,
You know?
sister.
Yeah. Tia Tamara.
Tia Tamara, the other Diana Ross is that's her. Oh, that's her?
Yeah.
Oh, that is her? Okay, yeah.
Straight up Edomite.
Yeah.
Straight up Edomite, man.
know?
And you can tell, because they dry.
You can tell.
They dry as hell, man.
Yep. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Read that again. Read Slack. Read that again.
Jeremiah 23 and 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Right. That's
saith Yahweh.
you other Israelite groups, man. Because you're destroying and scattering the sheep, man, by teaching that bullshit, man. You know, go ahead.
Therefore thus saith Yahweh, power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith Yahweh.
Right. Yahweh shoot outside. He gonna come see you, false prophets, man. Okay, because you got a lot of people that actually cling on to that doctrine, man.
Yeah.
That all 12 tribes is black only, man. They just Negroes, man. And the Latinos and Hispanics and Native Americans are heathens. You know? You dividing the sheep, man.
Right. And you had the nigga from GOCC talking about, you know, the Hawaiian part of the tribe, man. But then the so-called Native Americans, they're Moabites and the Japanese or whatever, man. You know, show you niggas are retarded. Man.
Yeah, that bearing straight, that's a myth, man.
Yeah.
That's not what happened, man. Second Ezra, the 13th chapter, tells you how the 10 tribes of the Northern Kingdom got over to the Americans, man. All right?
If I can add on to this, even Jake in the world can understand that Issachar is his people. Issachar, the northern tribes. What happens when you see like a bunch of niggas? You catch an Issacharite in there, you catch a Gadite in there. You know what I'm saying? Where they all in there, yo, my nigga this, my nigga that. And they accept, hey, you know, now if it was an Edomite in there, they be going upside the nigga head.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So how come Jake in the world can understand that, but these fucking so-called enlightened, these people that with the so-called, that say they got the truth, but can't understand?
A perfect example. You got the entertainment world, right? Yeah. The Cardi B is a perfect example. That bitch is a straight up nigga woman. But she's another tribe though. Jennifer Lopez, you know.
Shit, my sister, you hear her talking on the phone, you think you talking to a nigga.
See? They all tribes, man, you know. Man, you just got them niggas tendencies, man.
and we know through the Spirit.
Yeah.
The thing is no denying the Spirit.
Romans 8:16.
Yep. You can't. That's the one thing you can't do is you can never deny the Spirit. It's like you can't deny prophecy. You can't deny the Spirit. You know.
This is John 6:63. It's the spirit that quickeneth,
Yep.
the flesh profiteth nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because it's the spirit within Jake, man. It ain't about the flesh or its outward appearance, man. Because it's the flesh that we know that, hey, who the Israelites are, man. You know what I'm saying? It's easy.
The Lord gave his men that discernment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. It's Romans 8:16. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
That's how we know who we are. So if we go, well, you gotta be dark. You only dark skinned Israelites. All this and all that. That's going on because it's through the Spirit. So that would mean you would be denying the Spirit. You say, nah. You're not part of me, hell no. Right. You know what I'm saying? That means you be denying the Spirit. So we know in part through the Spirit. That's how we know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The skin color don't mean nothing, man.
Yeah.
At all. Because another example. Bill Clinton's son.
That's a terror.
Oh, wow.
That's a damn terror.
You know?
Look at him, man.
Oh, wow.
That's a straight up Edomite. He looks like a nigga. Got waves. All that shit. I'm pretty sure when you meet the nigga, he's corny as hell, man.
Yep.
You know?
Give me that scripture one more time.
Yeah.
Because everybody knew about that son, the so-called black son he had.
Yeah.
You know, which was a terror.
Time. This is Romans 8:16.
Yep.
The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit
Yep.
that we're the children of the Most High.
All right, it's all about the Spirit, man. The Spirit bears witness with our spirit. That's why we could look at a group of people, all right, and tell the Spirit who's Jake or not, man. By his actions, by the way he talked, by what he believed in, you know. You can just tell him the Spirit, man. You know, that's why, look, we don't need no DNA test, man. Okay, we don't need no DNA test to determine whether we are the children of Israel, man.
The apostles Dylan already told y'all niggas that DNA shit don't even go back. It'll tell you from somewhere over there in Africa.
Yeah.
You know, that's about as it.
Yeah.
As far as it goes.
Yep.
You know?
You think this devil's gonna tell you where you come from? You think this devil that got you in captivity is gonna tell you your exact line where you descend from?
Right. Right.
Come on, man.
Fucking DNA test.
Come
man.
on,
That
man.
shit- There's the proof that junk is false, man.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Tell you all these different percentages.
Yeah.
Right. So Apostle Hall went into it one time, I believe it was him, but he said, like these women went and got a DNA test and said that she came from some tribe in Africa. And she went and got another one that said she came from a different tribe, man.
See?
So that shit shows you it's bullshit, man.
It's all bullshit. Yep. It's of no value.
And it's ultimately there. Esau got it there, you know, for you niggas not to believe in the scriptures.
Yeah.
Because now you've seen that in the last 5, 6, 7 years. You've seen that that's pushed heavier and heavier and heavier. Why? Because the men of the Lord are showing you that, hey, it's through your father. This is how we know who we are.
Exactly.
So on and so forth. Going through the prophecies.
Yep.
That's further confusion, which the Lord is allowing. So the undesirables can fall right into that.
Yep.
And go and say, I'm 1/10% Dutch. I'm 9%.
Yeah, all that
That's
stuff.
confusion, man. That don't make no damn sense.
Right.
What's that shit about the,
Genealogy?
yeah.
I can't think
Okay,
of it. It's in
I can
Timothy,
spell it.
First Timothy.
How you spell it?
Just type in endless genealogies, man. 'Cause the Lord told us not to hearken unto that shit, man. You know? Oh yeah, bring that out real quick.
This is Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 9. And if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I, Yahweh, have deceived that prophet.
Right, so it's Yahweh Shemel Shai, ultimately that has deceived that prophet, man. Because the Lord set up false prophets, and he set up the true prophets, man. The false prophets were set up to sift 2/3. The true prophets were set up to sift the elect, man. That's not hard to receive. Go ahead.
It says, and I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel.
Yup.
And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him.
Right, so that false prophet is gonna die, and the ones that follow him, man. Okay, you're gonna die right along with him, man. So it's best that you separate yourself, all right, from these government set up camps, man, and get this truth before it's removed off the internet, man. Okay. Any more? That was it. Yeah. Got it. Yep.
It's 1 Timothy 1:4. Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies which minister questions rather than godly edifying which is in the faith.
Right, so stop trusting into these genealogies, man. These DNA tests and all of that madness, man.
Because that's not going to do nothing but cause confusion, man.
God.
'Cause now you got Esau claiming through DNA test that he's 1/4 Cherokee, he's whatever.
Right.
It's always Cherokee too, man. They always want to claim to be a damn Indian, man. But that show you that's another method that Esau does to try to confuse the truth, man.
Right.
There's no way to deny it. The Native Americans are Israelites, man. It's hella artifacts and geological proof, archaeological proof, and all that stuff show you that them are Israelites. It's the same with the other Northern kingdoms.
That's it. Straight to the point. You told somebody?
No, that was just that.
Tom. You got anything you want to bring out? Because I was going to end on Sirach 36. No, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Yeah. You got somebody?
Yeah, just a little bit on
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Because unbeknownst to us, it's not a well-known fact. King David was a light-skinned man. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you niggas would say King David was went in check. And you say he was a Edomite or any of these other nations. Yeah. The first Samuel 17:42. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth and ruddy and a fair counsel. Yeah. And what does that mean, man? It means he's a light-skinned chick, man. You know what I'm saying?
He was a young
light-skinned chick. You know what I'm saying?
I want to speak, but I think his mother was more like
Yeah, Ruth Moore, yeah.
That goes further than the same thing we just said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna look the same.
He wasn't your average looking Israelite as far as skin complexion, man. They like I said, that's what they want to make Israel to be, is just a bunch of dark skinned men.
We understand what Afro is, the black fish, pointing out to
They're trying to make it a black power movement.
Yeah, that shit's played out, man. That time came and went. This is now, man. The truth is now, man.
And a lot of you niggas that push that whole, all the Israelites are black Negroes, you do that for the black woman, man.
Yeah.
You do that to get some fucking box points for the nigga woman, man.
Man, that shit
Because
gets you nowhere, man.
because understanding that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics are part of the tribes, Jake gonna deal with the other tribes, man.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna just deal exclusively with the black woman,
Yeah,
man.
and
You know?
she get mad at that,
And she
man.
get mad at that shit, man. You know?
They don't want to mess up the chance to get that.
God.
You know, 'cause that's the main thing that you hear the so-called black woman complain about is, well, he's messing with these other races or whatever.
Yeah, the Latinos,
come-
the Mexicans.
Yeah, come home, come home.
Yeah, that shit.
Right.
And when you go into it, who the ones that spend the most of these churches, man? The black ones. So you know what I'm saying? If you get a congregation full of black women, you finna make bank.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, because a lot of these black women, they hate the fact that the truth is out that these other tribes, the Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans are part of Israel, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, because they know now, hey, the Jake man ain't gonna exclusively deal with her ass.
Right.
He got other options. You know.
We got options that got hate.
Right, exactly. And them Native Americans and Latinos are a threat to the Judite woman, man. They know that, man. That's why they do everything to make it all about black people, man. You know.
With showing that it's showing that a lot of these jakes, I was going to these black unconscious niggas. A lot of these jakes is pussy boy, man.
Yep.
And
What's that?
that idea to come back and all that, you know what that is? The idea to come back. Really what all that is just, it's just showing the fact of one simple thing, which is that you niggas is so pussy boy that once again the women, Salakia, I'm not trying to talk. The women, why you bring it up? The women,
Let me finish this point real quick.
yeah, the Israelite woman, it shows that that the woman got power over these jakes.
Yeah.
Because really, you can have different women.
Yeah.
You can really pop any other women from any other nation. Really. You know what I'm saying?
Fine. Like perfect example what you just said. You'll get a woman that's against that, right?
Yeah.
And when you go into the scriptures to show you, hey, look, King David and King Solomon had more than one woman.
Yeah.
That's in the past. We're living in new times now. It's not. I don't think you should do that. I don't want to share my man. You know,
Yeah, all that bullshit.
You know.
You know, just to give a quick example of how you Jakes are dominated by the box, man. All right. You know, I don't know if you can see it, but you had this Muslim dude. He was like, he's calling all Muslims, Christians, and Hebrew Israelites and Moors to basically protect the so-called black woman.
Right.
You know.
Because as of now, you've been having a lot of different stories of this these sex trafficking attempts, man.
Yep.
You know, where these women are being, you know, almost captured, or they're a survivor or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's been a big debate these last couple of months because Esau is being revealed to be hiring these dudes to go and kidnap these women to put them in sex trafficking. Man.
Yep.
So you got this cuck ass fucking dude talking about we need to come together and save the black woman. But what about the men coming together to save us from the black woman, man?
Right.
You know? Who to stop these bitches from committing all these abortions, man?
Yep.
For putting our men on child support, man.
Yep.
You know? To put pure hell on the Israelite man. Where's the protection from that? If you want to protect these bitches
Right.
from they shouldn't be out in the damn in the open anyways, man.
Right.
Scripture tell you about giving our woman liberty to gather bride, man. That's the reason why these bitches get snatched up, walking around half naked and shit, man. You know?
Yeah,
That's judgment, man.
Yeah, hey, the woman get her judgment, man.
And that's
You know?
perfect. I'm bring this down.
Yeah, bring that out.
You know?
You know, I got a, you know what I'm saying, this is a personal testimony of what happened to a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? This is right in the midst of all those shootings. This is back when Obama was off, all those shootings of Jenkins happening. And I was like, bro, and I told my man he was married at the time. And I was like, bro, she called the police on you? He was like, yeah. I was like, so with all the shit going on in the news with Jake and the cops, this bitch called the police on you. He was like, yeah. And then like, hey, I was like, bro, that bitch gotta go, bro. I was like, ain't no way in the hell you keep dealing with it. I was like, bro, that bitch will get you killed.
Yeah. There'd be that one incident where she called him, the dude, he just, I'm gonna just kill somebody's spirit. And that'd be the one to get shot, man, you know? But like I said, this whole thing with the women, you know, this is their judgment, man. This shit. This is Micah 7 and 10. It says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her, now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets, man. Because it's being shown these women are getting jacked up, man, because one of the main reasons of why these women are being put in sex trafficking or being kidnapped, period, is because they're taking these women's organs and putting them in these trainings, man. That's how these trainings are being able to conceive and have children, because they're stealing these the uteruses from these women, their womb or whatever, and putting them in these transsexuals, man. You know?
Wicked. Okay.
What? It shows the spirit of these Jakes, man. Jake is bugged out. And this right here, this is First Ezra 4. I'm gonna read down. First Ezra 4, 21 down to 26. First Ezra 4 and 21, and it reads, it says, He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife, and remembereth neither father nor mother nor country. Verse 22, by this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do you not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman?
And she's never satisfied, man.
Yep.
Hey, you would give the woman the world like that picture we used to have.
Oh, yeah.
The nigga hold the world up on one knee for the woman. She just looked down and like, that's not enough.
Yep.
You know?
Where the stars at?
Yeah. You can never please a bitch, man. Like that's saying, it says the Most High gave women titties and an ass, and yet she going to get implants, getting weave.
Yep.
So that shows you she's never pleased, man.
Yep.
You know?
Verse 23, now you good. Yeah, a man taketh the sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sail upon the seas and upon the rivers. Verse 24, and looketh upon a lion and goeth in darkness, and when he hath stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love.
All for a Honda Civic with $200,000.
Damn, homie.
Yeah.
Verse 25. You gonna do that for a used up piece of
Hey, a nigga will go through hell and hot water, be almost to the point of getting killed to please a woman, man. And then for what? You get home and get yelled at because you didn't wash the dishes, man. You know? Stupid, man.
Verse 25. Verse 125. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than his father or his mother. Verse 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes.
It says, read up the part of that one time without the mother and father.
Verse 1 Ezra 4:25. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother.
Man, Jake will go all out for his woman, man. You know, he loved them more than anything. That shows you that these women are wicked, man, because they'll play on that shit, man. You know, and these women have these niggas doing the dumbest of shit, man, to please them. And let's say many women or many men have lost their, went out their wits for these women, man. You know, nigga go to church and get baptized, or just go home and get some box, man. You know,
Yep.
you don't even care about the church, but you in there praising, so-called praising the Lord, faking that shit just for your wife, man. You know, you don't celebrate the holidays, but then you get with a woman and now you celebrate Christmas, birthdays, and all this shit, man. Cause you made her fucks out here, man. You know.
That's why when you come into the street, man, and you got a woman, you know, you gotta put that into the equation too, man.
Yeah.
You gotta know who you're gonna serve. Is it gonna be the Heavenly Father or your woman?
Right.
You know, 'cause you can't serve two masters.
Yeah.
And you know, Jake, like the brother's been going into, man. The woman, hey, man, you could dudes out here if they was legal, you could have women walking dudes with leashes on, man.
Yeah, they've done that.
Yeah.
Shit. It's a video. I had a video like last year of the dude cheated on his girl, right? And she had him walk around on all fours in a dog costume with a damn leash, man. This nigga's a dog. I'm gonna treat him like a dog. This simp nigga is in a dog costume walking on all fours on a leash, man. You know?
Niggas be doing wearing onesies and shit, trying to please each
Yeah.
other, man.
Hey, niggas be in there. I'm with her. She with me.
Grown ass nigga with some
Lame as
onesies.
hell. Y'all got back outfits and shit.
Tight as hell, too.
Matching with the dog and everything.
He go to last verse. 1 Corinthians 4:27. Many also have perished and have erred and sinned for women.
Yeah,
Right.
because these women will set you up, man. You know, the brother talking about telling us before camp, man. Hey, dude got set up by a woman, got killed, man. You know, what happens on the data sites a lot too, man. Like POF and whatnot, man. These dudes will be trying to go out for a date, and women go out on a date and then rob this nigga, man. You know, drug him up like Cardi B used to do, man. Cardi B said she used to like drug niggas up and make them have sexual trades and shit and rob them, man. You know. But then you got Bill Cosby in jail for so-called drugging girls, man. I'll show you this, man. Through women, we all die, man. And these women are wicked as hell. Scriptures talk about give me all wickedness, but the plague of the heart and the wickedness of the woman, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you see, these women don't think that judgment is gonna fall upon them, man.
Right.
Look, there's judgments for being a fucking slut, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's judgment for being a whore, man. See, these women think they're getting away. Fucking all these niggas got all these body counts and shit like that.
Right.
But the Lord about to turn all of this shit around,
Hey,
man.
that's part of the law, man. The
You know?
scriptures say in the law there should not be any daughter of Israel that's a whore, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's straight violation of the law, man.
Right.
You know.
Because when I was a kid, I always thought like, damn, what's the chick's judgment for being a slut, man?
Right.
Like, you know, these chicks just out here living, fucking who they want to fuck.
America praises them.
You know what I'm
for that,
saying?
man.
So I'm like, what's the judgment on that? But now understanding the truth,
Yeah.
majority of these women gonna die, man.
Yeah.
2/3 are majority women, man.
Nah.
Women make up the majority of the population on the planet Earth, man.
7-1.
So when this whole when this society breaks down and all the laws are done away with, you women ain't got a chance in hell to defend yourself,
The
man.
Lord is plaguing
You know?
y'all as we speak, man.
Come on, man.
Because that's why it said majority of the women out here have some form of STD, man.
Yup.
Because that's judgment for you being a whore, man.
Yup.
You know, they're emotionally unstable.
Yup.
Because you got all that semen in you, all these different niggas' spirits fighting against each other inside of her, man.
Yup.
That's why one minute she's happy, next minute she's sad.
Bipolar.
You know, bipolar as hell, man.
Yup.
You know, that's judgment, man.
Yup.
You know?
You got HPV on the rise.
They said, everybody, pretty much everybody on the earth has some form of herpes.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. When that shit's turning into to cancer, you know. Then you got ovary cancer,
Yep.
you know. Because the woman's box in America is all fucked up,
Trash.
man.
Tight
Yup.
ass pants, man.
Tight ass pants.
Bitches don't know how to wash their shit, man.
You stink.
You know?
You know?
These women don't even take baths, man.
Yup.
They take showers like a nigga, man.
Right.
You know?
Hey, these women don't even want to sweat. They'll go a couple of days without washing their ass. Talking about, well, I didn't really sweat like that today, so I could, you know, I want to preserve my skin and shit. You women are vain, man.
He's home
Nope.
to hit more than a punching bag.
Right.
And the thing about it is, the scriptures tell you really how to deal with them, which is it tells you to give honor to them as the weaker vessel.
Yes.
You know,
They
so
are.
that should never come into question when you're dealing with the woman.
Hey.
She should always know her role and know that she's a weaker vessel.
The
That's
scripture
it.
talk about in Proverbs, we talk about getting out of because the perfect example, like what the brother just went into, man, you know, this whole talking about the women is the example of story Samson, man. You know? Through a woman is how Samson, you know, was taken down, man. You know? Proverbs 20, man.
I'm not here. Come here.
you're not supposed to give power unto these women because they'll use that and destroy you. Man. All right. Proverbs. Yeah, Proverbs 31:3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy wages to that which destroyeth kings, man. You gotta have a temperance in these truths, man. Because the scriptures talk about in Sirach, I want to get that too. Where it talks about you're not supposed to be dealing with I forgot how it worded. Pretty much when you're dealing with a bunch of whores, man, it makes a man of understanding impotent, man.
Yeah.
You know? These women are turning your mind, man. Look what happened to King Solomon, man.
Yeah.
Hey, when he started to get up in age, man, these women turned his mind away from the Most High, man. That was causing him to go off, man.
Exactly. King Solomon didn't go off because he had multiple wives.
No.
Because that's what they'll try to push.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he had multiple wives, that's why he went off. No, he went off because he was worshiping their gods.
Right.
And
Okay.
it actually says that.
Yes.
The first king.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Having more than one woman is actually your right as a man because the scriptures tell you that he that getteth a wife getteth unto him a possession, man. Right. These women belong to it, man. And just like any other possession you can have as many as you want. Yeah. But it was the way to go about that because back in the ancient world, you could only have as many wives as you could take care of, man. You know, so majority of people didn't have 10, 20, hundreds of women, man, because they couldn't take care of them.
Right. And it's spiritual because you get a billionaire and the woman knows he's a billionaire. He'll have as many bitches as he wants to.
Hey,
They say nothing about
And they don't got no problem
They
with
don't
that.
have no problem.
Hey.
But a so-called regular nigga,
Matter of fact,
they got all the problem in the world,
Hey,
right?
he got one rubbing his feet, one rubbing his back.
Come on, man.
Hey,
showing
they
you
don't say
you women are full of shit,
They don't
man.
say nothing.
let me show you
They
this.
be quiet as hell.
Come on, man. Yeah, if he got tons of money, oh yeah, it's cool for him to have bitches.
Exactly.
But if he a regular working 9 to 5 Jake, oh she got a problem with shit.
Which shows you in a woman's heart is snares and nets.
Snares and
It
nets.
shows you. That's why King Solomon said there ain't no righteous women.
Exactly.
It shows you that.
Here's an example of that. This is Lou Williams. He plays for the Clippers, man. He has 2 girlfriends that know about each other and are helping to raise each other's kids, man. You know, they have no problem with him having 2 girlfriends, man.
Yep.
They're all the way cool with it, man. You know,
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he gets held like every other man does. Still,
Yeah.
that money it defines the factor if these bitches are willing to share,
The
man.
money is the woman's god.
Exactly.
I got one to add to it just a little bit, little something. This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes 26. I'm going to start at verse 8. Brothers just jump in when they want. Sirach 26 and 8. A drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame.
Yeah, she won't take accountability for nothing, man. You know, just like now.
Right.
These women are complaining about this sex trafficking shit. They're not taking the accountability. Oh, well, maybe that won't happen to me if I stay my ass at home, man. You know?
That's why scriptures say, such is the way of an adulterous woman, she eateth the wife of blood.
No, great,
No responsibility.
No responsibility, man. Because these bitches will be whores and not think twice about this shit, man.
And that's why it says that in Isaiah 32, I believe it is. It says, you hearken unto my voice, you careless daughters.
Yeah.
It keeps saying you careless women.
Yeah.
Why is it saying that? Because what you gonna find out real soon. You're gonna find out what real soon, right here in Babylon and around the world, what it means to be a careless woman.
Right.
You're gonna find out.
And scripture gives warning of that, man. That's why in Proverbs, I think 2, chapter 2, chapter 5, chapter 7, it goes into beware of a strange woman, man.
Yeah.
You know, which goes into being a whore. These women are whores, man.
Verse 9, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. So you can tell, Jay, you know when you see a hoe. First thing a hoe do is she'll be looking at you. She'll be giving you the eye.
Your eye, you in your eye.
Yeah.
Man, you know?
And then you know by how she looks. So for women to say that, well, I wear this, but I don't wear this to get attention. You do wear it.
You
full of
You
shit.
a goddamn lot. Like Dave Chappelle said, man, that stand up. He was like, yo, women to go to the club, have her titties and shit out. You're like, damn, what's up? She was like, I'm not wearing this.
Just because I'm
Just because I'm different. Like this. He was like, yo, all right, so that's like me going out and cop before, and then come up to me like, help me. He was like, just because I'm wearing it, I mean, I'm a cop.
Perfect example. Verse 9, Ecclesiastes 26 and 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids.
Yep.
If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
Yeah, because when a woman especially a young girl, man, she has that liberty. That's when she becomes. That's when she gets loose, man. You know, going out, hopping from dick to dick to dick, man. You know, being pregnant early and shit, man. You know.
Hey, that's why what you see T.I. did, man. T.I. got his kids locked the fuck up. He said, y'all ain't gonna be no rap hoes.
Right, and they try to make an outrage on that shit.
Right.
You know?
Right. Showing you how wicked, showing you how, and those predominantly a lot of women, showing you how wicked these damn women are. Because what do these women tell the young girl? Now you need to go out here and live a little bit.
Experiment.
You know, I saw that one time I was watching one of them damn reality shows that popped up. And the chicks was on a woman because she had been with one man. And she divorced, they divorced.
Oh, yeah.
And they told the chick, you need to go out there and experience life a little bit. You need to go try a few different dicks before you settle back down. That's showing you how wicked the women are. It be their aunties, grandmamas, that be telling them to do this shit. To be whores. That's showing you this place is finished. This shit is done. And that picture is a perfect example of women in today's age.
Because these women of renown in the society, man, they promote that promiscuity, man.
Yep.
You know, having what they new term they call being an alpha female.
Yeah,
you know?
that's some
That is
bullshit.
bullshit, man.
Come on, man.
A woman is supposed to be submissive, man.
Yep.
It's called alpha female. I'm single. Can no man handle me? Bitch, you're supposed to be handled. What the fuck you mean, man? You know, that's why there's a lot of single women out here, mainly the black women, man.
Yep.
Single as hell, man. Fat and ugly, man.
Yeah.
And majority ugly ones is really talking about ugly is in your spirit, man.
Yeah.
And you can be bad as hell and be fucking through, man.
Be ugly, yep. You're right, bro. That's it. And being the feminist. That's what this world pushes.
Yeah.
Everything is contrary to what your how about Shimmy Shah said.
Right.
Esau gave you niggas the option to do this, and you niggas went this way. Y'all went this way, and now this is your God. It's this way of living. That's why the majority is why 2/3 gotta die. You fucking wicked women gotta die.
They gotta go.
You know what I'm saying? Because this way of life, you think these damn wicked ass women, especially the ones that all these women look up to, you know, the Cardi B's, the Black Chinas, all these damn hoes. They look up to them. When this shit fall, man, a lot of these women gonna have to die.
Yeah.
Because they in line with the world.
They
Too far gone.
follow after that shit and they be wondering, like, why the fuck am I lonely? Why can't I keep
They don't
why
think,
can't I keep a man?
but they don't think they're gonna die, man.
Right.
You the wicked vessel for a reason, man.
Hey, the scriptures talk about she that liveth in pleasure is dead already.
Yeah, so you already dead.
That's right.
You know?
Verse 12. And that's going into your spirit too, because you out of the way of understanding.
Yeah.
That's right.
Verse 12, Ecclesiastes 26:12. It says, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain, and drink of every water near her.
Yep.
By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow.
And that's what it's supposed to do.
That's why they so bugged out.
Yeah.
They got all this DNA in their system.
Yeah.
Right? They got all these different types of downloads and shit.
Yeah.
What happens when you overload your computer, man? That shit fire up and shuts down. That's what happens to these women, man. Then they wonder why they fucking their shit stink. Their box fucking smell like cheddar cheese. Even after they shower. You know?
Yep. All their thoughts and that's the way they think, the mental capacity. You know, demons all in your head, man. You suffering from all these mental conditions because of all those bodies you got. You know, so there's consequences for being a whore, man. You know, but the ultimate consequence is gonna be death, man. When this society breaks down, and you women ain't got 911, you ain't got your cops, you ain't got these saber hole niggas. There's a lot of these niggas gonna get put to death. These simps. These Captain Saber holes, we need to protect the woman, all that shit. They're gonna be the first ones to get put to death.
It tells you in the apocrypha that these men are gonna be like women travailing, man. Hey, you're gonna be in the fetal position in the corner crying and shit, man.
Hey, for you women that came across men of the Lord, y'all wanted to be hoes and just talk shit to the dude, to the man of the Lord. Hey, you're not gonna have no protection from the wind that's coming. Right? The scriptures talk about how man is going to be a hiding place from the wind, meaning that destruction that's going to come.
Yeah, that's gonna be more precious than
gold. Yeah, the most precious form of gold that you can find on the planet.
Right.
Because these women are all in that Beyonce that I'm independent, you know, all the single ladies. You like to put a ring on it. No.
She married.
Yeah. And that's right. Majority of these women, that's like that. Cardi B's, Megan Thee Stallion, all these bitches, they tell you bitches, oh fucking nigga, I don't need that, all that. But then these bitches is wiped up.
Right, yeah. All you bitches talking about you bought the bag and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when this devil crashed the bag? You know?
Right.
Then when that money has no more power, then what you gonna do? You
Now they
dumbass
gonna try
man?
to crawl back, but like, you get the scripture first.
Isaiah 13:12, and it reads, "And I will make a man more precious than fine gold,"
Yep.
and that's the elect.
Yep.
I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Kind. Because the perfect example of that when you saw the book of Eli, man.
Yes.
Mila Kunis was falling after Giselle, man. You know, she knew that he was gonna be my way to be saved, man.
Yep.
You know, that's gonna be like that in that day, man. Because with all the men that's gonna be out here, only the elect, which is a few of these men, are gonna be actually the one that's gonna be walking around not bugged out, man.
Yep.
These niggas gonna be bugged the hell out, man. And these women are gonna try to humble themselves dead, but the spirit is gonna weed out the ones the Lord once saves.
It's gonna be too late by then.
You know?
They're gonna be like Shalom.
I always believe. I watch the videos. All that bullshit,
Fuck
man.
out of here, man.
You know?
Man, that shit is, man, you talk game, because you gonna be exactly what you are in that day, which is booty.
That's right.
Being, women gonna be traded for food,
Right.
you know? Tissue, whatever it is, man. So your worth is really gonna be shown in that day, man.
Hey, in that same chapter, I think it says that. I don't know if when you read down, I think where it says they're gonna be ravished. That's it's proven that in the 13th chapter.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
It's ripped out though. Somebody have to get it.
Yeah, in that chapter. That just means you read the hell out that Bible. That's all that means. You put it in.
Isaiah
That's all that
13,
means.
16.
That's all that means. You put it work in. That's a beautiful thing.
God.
It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
Yep.
Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
Yeah, read it from the top one more time. One thing real quick.
Isaiah 13 and 16.
Yep.
Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before
Ugly
their
ass
eyes.
kids that you see, they gonna be put to death.
Right.
So
Baby kids.
it will behoove you to humble yourself now,
Yeah.
in hopes that the Most High will give you a righteous man.
Right.
It will behoove you to do that, because
Right.
you and your ugly ass kids gonna be put to death.
Right. A lot of these bitches just having babies for checks, man.
Yep.
You know, on baby number 9 and 10.
Yeah, don't even care about the damn kids.
Yeah,
no.
That's why all these kids fucked up.
Yeah.
Because these women are worried about coming up on child support and alimony and shit, man.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about these kids that you see around today, man. That's why these kids are demons, man.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they're ungovernable, man.
Okay.
These little nigglets and nigglets, man.
And
You know?
them things are raising up a little gangster nigga and hoping he get killed and start to go funny.
Right.
That's a good thing.
Wow.
And the reason why, and I goes back to scripture said that these little niggas is monsters, man. So they gotta die.
Yeah.
They gotta die. Read that last little part again. About the shop.
It says, their houses shall be spoiled
Yeah.
and their wives ravished.
Yeah, so you niggas just live up in these big ass mansions. You know, it's a Jake house I always go by when I be going home sometimes. Got this big ass mansion. I can see that thing, take a shovel come. When Jake the shovel come, hey, these big ass mansions you got, people gonna be running all up in there.
Right.
They gonna be like, give me that. And it says your wives gonna be ravished.
Yeah.
So you cats out here who put all your faith in your woman. I got a bad bitch. I got an Instagram model. Niggas gonna be running up in
They
there.
gonna rape.
They gonna rape her. They gonna do what they want to.
Shit, they run up in there now.
They run up in there now. They gonna do it in front of you.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it.
It's like that movie, Law Vikings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right up in his own,
Damn.
right up in his back of the head.
Fuck
Had him
that
laying there looking at his wife getting ravished. And then she got killed.
Yeah.
And his daughter. Right in front of his dog, simple ass.
Yeah.
Then he wanted to get into the law.
Yeah, he could do everything about
Now he's
it.
looking for the Lord.
You know, that's going to show you that, hey, you people are going to be in a pitiful case, man. And you women being the main ones, man, because you hold yourself on high esteem, man, where can't nobody, not even the Lord, tell
The
you
world
nothing,
holds him
man.
up on high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
This world worships women.
Hey, the Queen of Heaven worship, man.
Yep.
You know, the symbol of that being that fucking transgender symbol of the Statue of Liberty, man. That was meant to be a nigga, man.
Yep. Wicked. Hey, man, but Lord willing, this camp was edifying to you brothers that tuned in. All right, hey, keep taking heed to prophecy, man. Yahweh Shemel Shah is coming to destroy this bitch.
Right.
And all the signs are there, man.
Right.
All right, so the scripture say, blessed is he who have the eyes that can see, man. You know, and the ears that can hear. That's right. Spiritually.
Right.
You know, so with that, man, we're going to close it out by saying, all right, double honors to our elders and apostles, great millstone who taught us the truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there that's laboring in the house of David. is pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brother.
Shalom.
Shalom.